to like line up and flare or something?
No, I think we're okay.
Or
But
tiny dance or just
we can tiny dance if you'd like.
I mean oh
Jeremy's doing the Al
oh
Harrington.
oh no, he's damn.
I mean, it's Al Harrington's wacky inflatable arm flailing two-man emporium in a warehouse, right? That's that's the joke from Family
Cost of
Guy.
the savings on to you!
Tiny
Yeah.
dance on this one. Tiny dance
Yeah.
was like my go-to
This is
on
the
Xbox.
this is the Jean-Claude Van Damme from that one movie. I feel like when
Oh
he's
yeah.
dancing in the club. Hey everybody, welcome to Chortle Games. My name is Steven, and with me are Jeremy, McCoy, and Austin somewhere. We don't know where Austin is. He's here. He's
He's down
around.
the hill. He's right here.
He's down the hill. I think he's
He's over
AFK.
here. He is indeed. I think his tea kettle was going off.
His little tea kettle eating
Hey.
it.
Got to take off.
Oh man.
My British accent that I do just for lols is inspired by Lin-Manuel Miranda from Mary Poppins Returns because it was not good. He's like, "Yo, Mary Poppins, ain't it?" He's very talented. British accent is not one of his talents. Okay, everyone flare around Austin. Quick, complete the triangle. Complete the spell, the ritual.
Oh god.
That's not a. Oh no, we lost a viewer when you did that.
They're better off for it.
They are. Someone found our channel and they were like, "This is not for me."
Nope.
Thanks, but not for me.
What's
So
that
we
your
are.
turn to?
What? You returned to the stream. We're live right now.
Steven, watch out.
Yep,
Steven.
I see it. I see it.
Literally almost walked into him.
I saw it. I just didn't know it was like as big of a group as it was. I thought it was like two people.
Yeah,
There's
there's a bunch of
there's a named, the Reckless. He's a grenadier. So we're working on the manhunt tonight.
What you mean the woman hunt?
The woman hunt. Please don't cancel me. We're hunting a woman. That's the joke.
It's not a joke, Steven.
That is
Actually.
2020 is
It's-
good.
It's not 2020
Hunting-
anymore. We don't
hunting
talk about
them.
that year. We're hunting them. We are hunting Fei Lao. She is not released yet, but we're working on her targets. Is the drone on you? Okay, now it's on you.
Did the
Did-
named like run away?
He ran far away.
The cow fire.
Right there.
Yep, I just got DC'd.
What?
Hell yeah. Hotel internet.
Oh yeah.
You're still in the hotel.
Huh?
You
You're
dropping?
still in the hotel, right?
I'm
We're
at a
gonna try
hotel.
and wait till Jeremy gets back. Okay, we're dropping.
Nah. Well, let's just kill him.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Oh, Jeremy
You
needs
act like
literally
I need
nothing.
something.
Jeremy wants for nothing. He has everything he needs.
No, seriously, one of my builds I'm only missing like 4%.
Just
Total.
missing perfected stats at that point.
And it's literally
And
like
he's
4%.
barely missing perfected stats. Let's keep moving to Ivy Tunnel. So follow me. Also, I found a striker's piece with max crit damage or crit chance. Anybody want?
Crit chance. I don't remember what I was running with strikers. I don't know if it's crit chance or not.
I mean, I
am
would.
running.
Austin's just running. It's a striker's backpack, by the way.
That's not bad.
Here, I'll just drop it. Whoever wants it can take it. There you go. Where are you?
Dog.
Like an actual dog or a BTSU dog?
No, just dog.
Okay.
Like Snoop or like Scooby?
Scooby. Sua people.
McCoy, where did you go?
Where did y'all go? Is the
We went
question.
back the way we came.
I went the opposite direction.
Incorrect. I just ran.
There. Oh my gosh. I just saw your character fall like 10 feet.
Yeah, man.
Alright, I'm here.
Come on, come on. Okay, Austin's there. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna drop that strikers now, and you're gonna pick it up. There you go. Austin, don't move.
Whoa.
Free boat ride for 3.
I'm glad I'm leaving a lasting impression on you.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead.
Austin, what'd I say?
I didn't move though. I listened.
Who this guy? Who we think he is?
Hey, Austin, go touch some grass.
He think he's some sort of big shot or something. This guy.
Oh, I'm dead. Like, fully dead.
We're coming. Just spawn on us. We're not in combat.
So far
Not
away,
half
I'm
dead.
located. I'm so far away, I'm locating you.
He's not half dead, he's full dead.
Mostly dead.
Mostly dead. I need to watch
Means
that
if
movie
I got
again.
him
It's
up
been
and I
quite a
shot
while.
him the exact same amount of times, then he would be fully dead.
To Blave. Needs to bluff.
Means he was playing cards, and he cheated.
Humperdinck.
Get back, you witch.
All right, I've got Austin. His body is in, like the big
Hey,
orange.
He's touching grass.
He did go touch grass. Good job. You're okay. You're okay with us. Come on.
You know.
You learned your
like this
lesson.
guy. I like this guy.
McCoy, you could not have been more in the way with what just happened. You were body blocking like 2 people from my shots, and he had full primes on him.
Make me your vessel.
I'm not running crossbow.
Oh.
Well, I am, but I'm not running tip of the spear.
Well, now it's just awkward.
Well, I think about the door.
Yeah, guys just spawned in behind you. You guys need to pull back.
Yeah, we got good guys in the tunnel.
And you got bad guys that came in the opposite side of the tunnel where we came in from.
Yeah, I'm alive. Oh.
All right, well,
Bad
I'm
man.
just stemming, bleeding where we
Right.
came in from. If somebody can come get me.
Leader's coming to you, I think.
Yep, he's here.
Oh,
He's getting shot up.
okay.
Whew.
More spawn,
Hey, Kayla.
of course.
Crap. Short answer, Kalen, yes.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Where did that guy come from?
More spawned.
Leader.
He's coming to me. What?
I'm literally leader.
Dude waited to kill me. Hey Monty, I'm glad you showed up now rather than earlier when we were mocking British accents.
We were not
Don't. We were mocking. Not like, hey, this is what all British people sound like, but hey, this is what Lin-Manuel Miranda sounds like in Mary Poppins Returns. That's the extent of the mockery that happened. I've got you, Austin. I don't know why the leader is just letting that happen. Hey, Jeremy.
I think
He's
so.
leading, man.
Are you using a revolver, Jeremy?
It wasn't a revolver.
Nice.
It's that Texas tough boy.
Oh yeah. You know it is.
Wow. Wow.
We need to get out of here. Go, 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 go. Push.
Out of the tunnel.
Yes, they spawned right behind us. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
I'm in a safe place.
I am dead.
Help.
Nope.
Waiting for my heal skills to come back. This is insane.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah, just don't mind me. I'm just sitting beside a deer.
Okay, we need to pull back so that we're not fighting in all directions. Rogue agent detected. What? Yeah, Kalen, we can talk more about that later, but you did the right thing listening, but how you responded also is important. Or if you responded at all, I guess I should say.
No, don't jump that way. Don't jump.
Stay low. I've got drone coming to you.
Where are the rogue agents?
It's probably just some random spawn that's probably already gone. We're doing well. I'm doing all right, Monty. How are you doing?
I have the option. Give me the option. Yeah. Jeremy, have this. Oh, okay. I was about to say, is that doing it?
Yeah.
Come on.
I may have to swap over to my phone here in a second.
Okay. Is
I'll
it
let you
still
know if I
pretty
drop
bad?
again. It's not terrible, but I can definitely tell that the connection's not great.
Got their gas tank.
Yeah.
That's good to hear, Monty. If anyone heard that, that was a puzzle box being closed.
Uh-huh. The butt tuba.
The butt tuba.
Yeah, someone go pursue that guy. I'm gonna try to switch builds when he dies. Just let me know when he dies.
Don't worry, boss. I'm on it.
No.
He did.
Wow. It actually let me switch. Awesome. I'm running Harm Assist now, so I got the heals. Everyone converged where I am.
Okay. Oh, they're all coming from the other side. They're. Oh my god, there's a lot.
Oh my god!
They all just rushed inside instantly.
Alright. Hive is up.
That's where I thrive. Don't get close to that.
Crushed them out.
When they never have to reload, but I do.
Got you.
Fire. Oh yeah, that burns.
It does. It's fire.
Lesson learned, kids. Fire.
Fire burns.
Now go touch some grass.
Now go touch some grass. It's so dumb. So zombies are not converging on Division 2. That's not what's actually happening, and I think most people don't know that, and that's really going to bite them in the butt when they realize that all that's happening is costumes. All it is they're doing outfits from Resident Evil.
Austin, behind you.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And my thoughts on that are, that would be really cool if it wasn't promised in September that we'd be getting something that was gameplay related, and then they canceled it 2 months later. So while I am excited to get some Resident Evil outfits, I'm also like, that's a real bummer that they didn't really even seem to try that hard to make the original idea work.
It'd be so cool if we actually got zombies.
Yeah.
Like Division zombies, like that'd be so cool.
Yeah, when I saw the reanimated event, I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then it was just like, yeah, it's a headshot event.
Yep. Which is funny, because you should have still been like, oh, awesome, because you're the headshot guy. But
No, I totally enjoyed it, but
yeah,
it just, the way they did it, it wasn't well executed.
yeah, it was misleading.
A headshot event was called the reanimated event.
Because if you didn't headshot them, they got back up.
You had to kill
There
them
were
with a headshot.
zombies, just not zombies.
The type we wanted.
They weren't zombies.
They were reanimated corpses, there's a difference.
The host is here.
Hive is up.
But hunters doesn't matter whenever they have fire.
Yeah, I could see that working. Ow! Alright. Good job. If you're gonna keep running hunters, cool, I'm gonna switch back over to future initiative so that you...
I'll change.
I don't mind.
If we're gonna run into fire the whole time, then
Well, I don't...
literally-
Oh, that's a really good AKM. Somebody should totally take that. I don't need it, but that's a really good one. AKM's in a really good spot right now.
There's a decent set of gloves there too, if anybody wants them. That's how much I don't give a shit about the stuff
Yeah.
I pick up. That's
Yeah,
the
if
kind
you're-
of stuff that I drop.
He needs nothing. He has everything he needs. I don't know if we're going to be running into fire, McCoy, but I'll check the control points that we're going to do, and I'll let you know which ones are outcasts / cleaners. Let me know when you guys are feeling like switching it up to missions instead of control points. But for now, I figure we just start running control points.
You know.
Are you talking
we do
about
have 4 people. We could do the thing that we hate most.
Fortnite?
No. A good answer.
Good answer. Nigga, huh? Oh my god.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. I probably won't be doing any coverage of Resident Evil Village. Because I've just never really played Resident Evil. But
I like this.
I would be open to playing it on the channel, I guess, but I'm not going to be buying it. All right, so what were you referring to, Austin?
DARPA.
DARPA.
What do you guys think?
I couldn't
has to
tell
be
if he
done
said
either way.
Dark Zone or if he said DARPA. One of which I like and one of which I detest.
DARPA.
DARPA.
I detest.
I mean,
That's what you did.
do you guys want to do DARPA? It is manhunt.
It is part of manhunt.
DARPA?
So is Pentagon.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
DARPA,
Ah, Durka.
DARPA. Durka.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
Durka.
So, DARPA or not?
I'm down for. It has to be done. So.
All right, do we want to start with Pentagon and then just do both, or just do DARPA?
Start with DARPA. Well, both. Either place.
What?
All right. Well, if nobody needs these gloves, I'm gonna take them back. Never mind.
Oh.
No, I don't care.
Let's start with Pentagon, because that's in front of it, right?
Yeah, Pentagon's first, then
Yeah, let's do
DARPA.
that.
Okay. Austin, this is your fault.
Sorry.
Here's how much I dislike these missions. I'm gonna run shield and just like stand there and run shield because I don't like these missions.
Black Tusk has been airlifting heavy drilling equipment.
Yep. If you're gonna run shield, I'll run future.
I'll run sword.
Yes, make me your envoy.
That's tip of the spear.
Dadgummit.
Flynn, stop.
Run that one.
I will run that one until we need it.
It makes me happy.
Steven, how does it feel to be loaded in before everyone?
Feels like I have a PS5. I was in a raid
It's like $500.
How do you even play with us peasants?
You know, Jeremy, that's a good question. It's a challenge sometimes, but I like to think that this is part of my charity work.
Playing with the less fortunate.
Yes. I'm just kidding. This is one of the greatest pleasures of my week. Please don't hate me.
He's like,
I live
no,
a very,
no,
I live a very sad life. Please don't take this away from me. This guy, when we rounded the corner, he pops up and goes, "Gotcha."
Gotcha. Or
Look, man, if you're gonna die,
I hope to God he was on the radio with everybody and was like, gotcha, and then just hear,
Your gunshots.
it would be four different gunshots as well.
John, are you okay? John, are you there?
What a stone cold killer. Kills a man and then doesn't talk about it. It's EMP, take it out.
There was nothing on my screen right there.
Interesting. Yeah, in the raid group that I was running with, when I actually ended up getting Ravenous, one of them saw in the voice chat that I had a PS5, and he was just like, Cross is over there flexing his PS5, bragging about it to us, and I hadn't said a word. I never speak in raid groups unless if I need to. And so I was...
When spoken to?
Yeah, I speak when spoken to.
what he's not telling you is everyone's like, the leader goes, all right, everybody ready to go? And he's like, oh, this PS5's so good.
I'm definitely ready with my PS5. Wow, these load times are amazing.
So good.
Buy one today.
Why you
Hey,
know
guys.
so good?
Oh, you guys see that guy on the right? Oh, wait, no, that's right, you're still on the loading screen.
Are you guys dead? Oh wait, no, just me, because I loaded first and ran in before you. With my
With your
new
load times.
PS5.
Don't worry, guys. Mission's done.
I've been
Come
given
get
the
your loot.
gift of time.
Yeah, I was kind of upset. I tried to buy one at Target like 2 days ago.
Brody
I had it in my
actually
cart
got
and
one.
everything. I went to check out and it was like sold out.
Flynn! No! Just
Austin, right in
Throw
front of
it
you.
outside.
Yep. Below us.
behind you, Austin. Jeremy, coming up to you.
Yep, I see him. Ooh, shit, that hurt.
Flynn, go! Go! Oh my gosh. He has been a bad dog today. Oh shoot. I don't know if you guys saw on the Discord, but Anna...
A peppercini?
It was the little pepper that they always put in Papa John's pizza boxes.
A peppercini?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. That's why I was like, yeah?
Yeah, it was one of those. He just was stashing it away in one of the seats. It wasn't even chewed on.
Just saving it for later, man.
You should be able to use that to take out the
That's
drill.
awesome.
Flynn will do anything that, like anything that he knows how to do for any kind of treat. Like if he sees that you have food in your hand, he'll go through his whole bag of tricks. He'll sit first, then he'll shake, and then he'll lay down, then he'll bark at you. Like he's just like, what do I gotta do? I did all of the things. Give me the treat. And then you try to tell him to do something new, and he's like, that's not fair. I don't know what that is. Those were not in the agreed upon terms.
Like, a new trick? I don't know about that one.
Okay.
2 tricks? Okay.
Looks like you reached the center courtyard. Use those explosives to take out the drill.
It's a very loud stream.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Austin ran in.
Sorry. Your PS5 probably regulates the voices anyways.
This time, I'm fashion. PS5. Oh wait, right. This is explosive, not shoot it.
Medic.
What's everybody running, just so I know where to prioritize heals?
I'm running
Nothing much.
my Liberty build that I got. Well, I'm kind of mimicking Jeremy.
Got
Trying.
my gunslinger.
Okay.
No, you're succeeding. You're doing well.
Ow! I blew myself up. Dead.
Except
Couldn't even wait.
As I'm trying to give him a compliment.
Couldn't even
Blew
wait
myself up.
2 seconds after the compliment.
It's like, well, fuck me. I'm done. Well, let me rephrase that. You were doing good.
I like how it showed up like a rogue agent kill when you killed yourself just then.
Yeah, you're doing good. Oh well, I blew myself up. Never mind.
I've tried to
Don't
teach
stand-
Flynn roll over, but he will not. Like, he hates being on his back unless he's asleep.
Oh, yeah.
He hates it, so he refuses.
Helicopter coming in behind you, Austin.
I'm
Oh.
dropping a grenade on a helicopter. But Minnie is the exact opposite. Like, she will meet a stranger. Like when she escaped the other day and went to go get belly rubs from a random neighbor that she had never met before. The guy told me, like, when I came up there, he was just like, "Yeah, I tried to pet her, but she just rolled over to her back because she wanted belly rubs."
It's also a sign of submission for dogs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's very submissive.
My parents' dog will like walk up to, if it's a new person, it'll walk up to them and like sit in their lap
Yeah.
with her back facing you, which is a sign of submission.
Oh, they're on me. Flashy as soon as I get down here.
Named is on you, Austin.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to get pillow fuzz out of Flynn's mouth.
Oh, I missed.
Peppercini?
Not a peppercini.
Unfortunately.
Oh, Pellicini, yeah. A spicy pillow. Heavy just dropped in.
Where?
I got 30 seconds on my reviver
I
house.
understand how I'm under the rig.
Got him.
Nice.
There are so many support stations over here. Oh, that was support station. Support station. Never mind. There we go.
Heavy.
Blinding the man. He is blind.
It is uncanny how many times where you've chosen to stand has been in the exact way of where I am standing.
I told you, use me as your vessel.
You were in the way when you do that. I'm not running tip of the spear, and I will not run tip
Use
of the
me as your vessel.
No one will be on heels if I run tip of the spear, and we're on heroic.
I don't have a heal build. I should make
Hey Vortex, hope we see you back here in a little bit.
I think that every time I play Austin. It's like,
What?
I really need to heal more. Ah, screw it.
But damage.
Not right now.
Jeremy just goes, but crit numbers.
Yeah. But
I mean,
5 million a shot.
I don't mind heals. It's the thing I love to run. But
Alright, Achilles, go on.
that's really dumb.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, I was kind of a proud moment, but whatever. I thought it was kind of quick-witted, but...
Pistol fight. Okay.
It was quick.
My pistol wins.
Oh, okay, so no wit. Oh, you said it.
Stop playing both sides of the conversation.
Oh, shit. Well, if I don't answer, nobody else will.
Hey, Ro.
I got the dog.
Nice.
Killed a dog? What the fuck?
Had a gun on it.
Alright, they're attacking.
Oh, come on. Ah, no.
I tried. I tried to use you.
10
Try
million.
again. Well,
See.
that one's dead. Well, that one's dead. Stop killing everybody!
10 million.
Sorry?
Oh,
I
shot.
almost got the kill. Damn
How
it.
am I supposed to convince Steven to use me as his vessel when everything just dies before the vessel
When
gets
Austin
to
and I
its
just double team
destination?
somebody and they disappear? Oh, I love it.
Just give me and Jeremy heals, we'll kill everything.
Alright.
We have the numbers.
I'll try to hang back with you guys then, so that I can give you the heals that McCoy gets.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna hang back with you guys.
No, you need to use him as your vessel.
I am technically using you as my vessel, McCoy, just for my healing vessel.
10 million. I got 2 people with that shot. Oh, nice. I got 2 for 1.
Airburst, watch out.
Okay, let's move.
Yeah, I agree with Ro, Kalen.
Oh. Briefcase. Not briefcase, suitcase.
I need to make a tip of the spear build and do headshot damage.
You should do a tip of the spear sniper. It's one of the best ways to run sniper.
That's such a good idea.
I've been saying that
If I
for
don't
a
see
year.
if I don't see you crit healing on your heal build, you're doing it wrong. If I don't see 50 million in crits on your healer build when you build it.
You know, Jeremy,
Everyone
just
can
stay away
see
from heals.
that.
Just stay the hell away from my thing.
Nope. He's taking everybody else's platform. You're next.
It's like, just remind me of the episode of Futurama. He's like, "I'm John fucking Zoidberg."
I quoted that show the other day. It was Jake was playing the new Hitman, and he was solving a murder, and he kept accusing everyone. And I was like, man, this reminds me of that episode of Futurama when Zoidberg is trying to solve a string of murders that keep happening, and as soon as he blames someone, they die, like the lights go off and they die, and eventually he's like, I've solved it! Or I figured it out, the crime is unsolvable! When it's just like him and 2 other people in the room. It's blatantly obvious.
Leela's like, can you get the lights on your way out?
Yep.
You can heal, even.
Sending the drone to you. Just get down.
Ah, thank you. $50,000. Not 50,000, 50 million.
Copy. 1-6 in position to intercept. En route to reinforcement.
It means I'm not at, like, max headshot damage either.
Austin just... This isn't even my final formed. Slow down, Austin. Where's their drone going?
Oh, it's not
Where's that drone going?
it's my
What the heck? What? Austin's drone just kamikazed into a TV screen. He was like,
Oh,
"Don't
heck
worry,
yeah.
boss. That's the enemy leader. I'm gonna get him." Hey, leader, go
Yeah,
touch
good
grass. It's so dumb.
I made that joke.
Damn.
Jesus.
What?
There's a bunch of stuff around this room.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I found a headshot damage mod. Max headshot damage on holsters? Sweet.
That's a very good lesson to learn in today's world. Row is I don't have to like
Find
you or
you a
agree
plot
with
of land
you.
with a bunch of trees with nobody else around and live there.
No, I don't have to agree with you or like you,
Yes.
but I need to actively show respect. Or to actively show respect.
I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Same.
Hate everyone equally.
Oh, crap! Wait, don't open the door.
I'm opening the door.
Okay, you can open it. You're all dead to me.
Inside. Let's McCoy.
Those flares are giving off no light. You're in the darkness right now.
Is this an automatic door? Oh, yeah, it's working now. I was gonna stand there and start doing jumping jacks, like the motion sensor was.
All right, this is the fight that has the EMP jammer.
Hmm.
So I switched to harm assist, so I can negate that.
Weapon instead of skills.
Hey Steven, watch my drone again.
Where? Oh, is it the scan drone?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Just fly! Uh-oh. That's bad EMP.
Steven actually plugged away at the Avengers campaign some today.
Oh, good. What'd you think?
I was wrong when I said I don't like playing Hulk.
Really?
I really just like running around smashing everything.
Right? Isn't it fun? Because I felt that way about Hulk initially. Because I was like, man, this isn't my play style.
Yeah, like in the tutorial, I was like, eh. And
But
then
he's
I did,
fun.
Like, I did the first actual mission, and I learned how to pick people up. And
Yes.
My world has changed.
He is the greatest kind of crowd control character. He literally picks up the character and uses them as a weapon.
He uses them to control the crowd.
Yes, and you can actually pick up two and use them as like nunchucks.
Wait, how do I perform this?
You unlock it in the skill tree.
Which tree do I need to follow?
I'm not sure.
I found
But
my
that's my favorite thing to do. And then when you hold down triangle, when using two people, he crashes them together like cymbals, and it makes a shockwave. That's called gamma burst or something. Gamma
I
crush.
was like, come on, game. Give me a character that I actually really want to use. And then I used him on the first actual mission that
there's
outside of the tutorial or whatever.
Yeah.
And oh, I see.
I've got you.
I'm gonna kill his ammo if I can.
Shoot.
I'm down. Oh, okay. More.
All right, stand by, Austin. When you get back up, I'm gonna overcharge.
Okay.
All right, overcharging. Now. You should have
I
your
got
hive
the guy.
back.
One
Good.
shot. 50 million damage.
Say 50 million?
Yeah.
50 million.
Yes.
Well, that's a new number.
That you're a liar.
I mean, that's what I saw. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It looked like that. Might have been 10. I don't know.
That's a big difference.
You need to know.
I don't know.
I've never hit 50 million. That's why I'm like, what?
I don't think they hit for 50 million.
Don't make the same mistake I did.
Okay.
Thanks, dog.
I'm coming to heal you. We need to
He's
destroy the
fine.
EMPs.
Good on it.
Yeah, I
It's
should have
above
come over
me.
here to.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have come over here to blow that up.
Shoot.
That hurt.
Got-
And
I got the heals up. Got the heals up.
you literally took my box.
8 million damage on the thing. So I'm pretty sure it was 10 million. There's no way I hit 50 million.
Oh my god.
From where though? Like,
Oh shoot.
this is just a shitty place to be.
Well, there's no great place to be in this fight.
I just came over here to blow up the EMP that was above us.
How many?
From every
Oh.
direction. From every direction. You might as
Austin,
well just crawl downstairs because there's no point in coming up.
That's
here.
what I'm doing. Austin, oh gosh, get somewhere safe. I'll come to you. Do you have your revive hive, Austin?
Yeah.
Throw it to me if
I
you
got him.
can.
I got him. I got him. I got him.
It's not working.
I'm gonna put. Oh god.
What the hell?
I'm done.
Just from
You're reviving.
everywhere.
Yep.
Austin, stay alive as best you can.
Yep.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Hard to do with grenades everywhere.
And we have to restart the entire mission if Austin dies.
Just keep backing up. Just keep backing up.
Oh, I can't. This is as far as I go.
Oh, clear.
Stay alive till the revive hive is available. I know that's going to be a long time. Just do your best, and then throw it out to me if you can. I can disrupt. I can cancel disrupt, and I can heal us.
I'm going to die.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Well,
What?
no one blames you.
I blame society.
Equally?
I wouldn't say equally, but
Clear.
society in general. Yeah.
I blame Ubisoft.
Oh no.
Should be able to
Blame
use that
EA.
to take out the drill.
Microtransactions.
They didn't give us enough loot boxes.
Actually, no, I do blame you because it was your idea to come here.
My idea was DARPA, not Pentagon.
They're the same.
They're different missions. We're in Pentagon. Not the
And where is DARPA located? In the Pentagon.
Damn.
Lawyered.
God damn it. Wait,
I knew exactly. We're at the beginning of the mission. I knew exactly what you were doing when you did the. Perfect. I forgive you.
And where is DARPA research? God damn it.
Oh my gosh, Austin.
That's how I don't down myself this time.
Austin, what happened? I just heard. Let's see if I down myself this time, and then all of your health and armor went away, but you had like a speck. Also,
Medic.
I got insta-killed by one of those red pulses. Ro, he was, Austin was doing a anime impression, basically. Like how in anime, when people realize
How
that
the
they're in
villain
trouble,
is when they get ousted.
they're like, "Ugh, what do I do?" You know, like one of those.
Why are we here?
Fuck!
Suffer.
Duchess!
Duchess!
Oh god. It's good.
Duchess?
Oh.
I haven't. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Duchess Summer.
Watashi wa Duchess.
Duchess. Oh, hi.
Uh-oh.
my
Alright, I'm moving down.
Thank you. Those freaking things again. Goodness.
Shindayu.
Duchess?
This is a catastrophe.
Have some heals. Guys, let's get our head in the game. We're not doing too hot.
Definitely not. Oh god.
Austin, stop running forward.
Steven, help.
That's where the bullets are.
Steven, help. We have bullets.
Austin gets up, literally runs forward, and gets just riddled to death immediately. Why?
Alright. Phase 2. I'm alive.
Every time he gets up, he's like, "This is not even my final form."
I have no grenades. I don't have flashbangs, so...
I'm not coming for you again.
I just want to punch him.
They've got 2 medics active right now, with 2 drones.
Clear. One drone.
Get ready for an overcharge.
The other leader's dead, which is good.
Overcharging, now.
Working on the medic that's right in front of us.
Austin,
I'll take your bullets.
Take my bullets. I'm overcharged. Helicopter above you, McCoy.
I'm gonna riot foam him. Try to riot foam him.
You can't kill me.
That divine quote.
You don't know me.
Got both medics. I told you, I can't die.
I think next I'm gonna work on
This is where I blew myself up.
Chatterbox build, because I just love Chatterbox.
Didn't die this time.
This time.
You've died like 4 times in this fight.
Austin, you're doing good. Never mind.
That's irrelevant.
No, that is exactly relevant to the thing you just said.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't die to explosive this time.
Fixer didn't happen. Actually, it is on video, so yeah, let's say that.
Everyone, go get a screenshot of each time Austin died, and then put it on the Discord. What's your favorite Austin death? Let us know in the comments.
Pick
Definitely when I thought I was the main antagonist.
Chills, if you're watching, please make a top 10 list. Do you guys know who Chills is?
No.
He's the guy who does the like scary top 10 videos, And he talks like this. Number 10.
Oh.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Number 15.
Number
Burger King
15.
foot lettuce.
Yeah,
The
that's
last
so
thing you
good.
want on your Burger King burger is somebody else's foot fungus.
That was so good. Oh my god, Austin.
Thank you.
Medic.
Bomb.
$8 million damage.
Helicopter behind us.
Ow!
Hold on,
2
Austin.
seconds. Thank you.
Bomb on Chungus.
Aha, back in the fight. Oh, this
How many freaking medics are they gonna spawn in this fight? Jeez.
Don't leave it up.
Shoulders down.
Where is he? I only see the drone.
This chain's
Under
gone.
his chest.
Take him out.
Chest open.
You know what? Drone! Fly into the sky and find the medic.
I'm out of ammo for capacitor, so my
Pushing the
damage
purple.
is now gone.
I don't see the medic. I don't see him anywhere. Or is he dead?
I sure hope he's dead.
I think we're clear. No.
There's one guy.
I'm gonna do that now, Ro. I'm gonna watch Chills on times 2 speed.
Air gap server enabling. It has a complete inventory of projects and assets based at the Pentagon. You'll need that project list. If you're
Yeah, I think that's the best I've gotten to his impression.
access the system,
That was fantastic. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I might go like find like the full thing.
Please
Like
do.
the full like part.
Please do. Do an entire stream with me where you are just Chills.
Only talking in his voice.
In his voice, number 10. Number 15. It's always the wrong inflection. It's just always wrong.
Number 3. Death by medic. When Austin pushed left, he encountered 2 medics. Hold on.
I'm gonna have to text Brody and tell him to come watch because he's the one that introduced me to Burger King foot lettuce. So he knows all about Chills. Rose said that Chills is a mixture between Valley Girl and Stoned.
Right?
What, Noah?
11?
11 what?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Push up to the top.
Is Kalen watching? If so, Kalen, can you make just like an entire compilation of every time I've died in every game?
Oh gosh, that's
Doesn't matter
a
what it
full-time job, Austin.
Sorry.
Like,
'Cause
I think
I've died
wasn't
so
the
many-
wasn't there one where you were playing Destiny with Jake and something fell on you?
Yes.
It's like a war sat or something? A few times.
It was mainly the perfect timing was when he had the slap emo. He slapped me with a glove, and I instantly got crushed with an escape. Well, not escape pod or something. Like a
There's
prison
the-
pod from the
yeah.
prison building. Yeah, that was like the perfect timing one.
Yeah, that's a big ask. Kalen, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to. But it'd be really funny.
If you're ever just like, I really want to put time in this, go ahead. But You know.
It'd be so funny. It's like every time I've died, it's just like as soon as I die, it cuts to like the next one. They're really funny.
I'm texting Brody now.
So do you want me to do it again, or when
If Brody shows up, yeah.
Okay.
I just said, Brody, come watch the stream. Austin has the best Burger King foot lettuce impression.
Tell me his response. Or I'm just gonna watch the chat to see if he shows up.
Yeah. McCoy, Jeremy, you guys have been quiet.
I'm close.
Tell Noah to shut up. Goodness.
Bitch!
It was Steven, Noah. Steven told you to shut up.
I'll do it again.
Bitch!
Alright, we gotta focus. We're about to enter the room that we died in soon.
Tell him to go play Fortnite or something.
Pretty sure he's playing GTA, doing the new heist or whatever.
Great.
The new heist is fun.
I had to help him with something I didn't even know how to do, but I still did it better than him.
Probably not difficult to do.
Yeah. It was a fingerprint lock or something. You had to make the exact copy of it or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
That is no longer the new heist. That is the bank heist. Or the casino heist, rather.
I know, I was quiet
he was
because
doing
I was...
the Perico heist or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure he was opening a gate or something.
Yeah.
The vault. Okay. But when I understood how to do it, it was like, okay, fun.
My crew just kind of piddles in GTA because it's got vehicles and you can crash them into people and it's fun.
Brody's here.
You see her?
Yeah.
Alright. Hold on. And I just sit here. Take my drone. Like right there. Alright. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your Burger King burger is somebody else's foot fungus. But turns out that maybe just what you get. That's all I know.
Oh my god, that's like way more than I know.
The thing is, I never watched his video. I don't have it from the video. I watched from just a clip.
Yep, that's a famous clip. And his channel has so many subs, it's upsetting.
Thank you, Brody.
Yep, good job. Thank you, Brody, for tuning in for quality content.
Yeah, I think if I do it enough, I think I could like get it in like perfected.
Yeah, you could start your own channel. Call it Shills.
Or Dills. No, Brody, if you go back a bit or like sometime, you'll find many deaths from me.
Yeah,
Like,
Austin literally
every
threw
time.
himself into bullets
Every time
multiple times.
that I
Isn't there
couldn't die,
something-
but
Isn't there something in this room that we're supposed to get?
I don't know for what.
You're way ahead of us. It's in this office, like here.
Oh,
Or am I remembering
For
that
what?
wrong?
Different mission, I think.
Okay. Is this next room the one?
I don't know. I think so. Probably.
Jeremy, what are you missing?
Nothing.
Literally just better rolls than what I have.
What do you have that you need better rolls
Ah,
on?
I'm here.
I need a god roll on
I think Iraldi is DARPA.
a Heraldi. I need a perfect, pristine example.
Is Iraldi the marksman rifle or the headshot damage?
Marksman rifle.
Araldi's marksman rifle.
Okay, so it's
Wait, as in like targeted?
yes.
No,
The other
Araldi
one,
brand is marksman rifle.
Providence. That's what I was thinking.
Providence is headshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you don't need a.
That's
you
what
don't
I'm
need
missing.
a god
That
rolled
damage.
D&H pistol, or D&H holster.
I mean, I'll take it if you don't
Fly
want it. Sure.
drone. Fly.
All right. No
Zoom.
screw-ups
Ethan,
this
what's
time.
the odds of me actually getting Regulus?
You have to run Iron Horse twice. That's how you get it.
Never.
Yeah, that's the.
I mean, I can
Never.
attach you to my raid group. They raid constantly.
While I'm at work.
They raid on the weekends a lot.
Just got a lovely. D&H is the pistol roll, isn't it?
Yes.
Got a D&H holster with perfect headshot damage, which will be fun. I can re-roll the other one.
They got a medic in the back, sending a drone forward. They have two medics. It looks like they've got two.
I see the purple on the left.
That's like 2 drones.
Purple on the left. I'm gonna
Drones
hit
are
him
down.
with
There's a purple on the right as well.
foam.
I got the one on the right.
Foam on the
Okay,
left.
going for it. Nicely done. Austin, do the impression again. Alexander wants to hear it.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yes, I am
Number
trained monkey.
15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your Burger King burger is somebody else's foot fungus. But turns out that maybe that might just be what you get. There you go.
So good. Somebody go hit the button.
I got it.
Okay. I'm not moving from this spot this time because I don't want to get flanked.
Well, the only reason I moved was to get the
one above us.
Yeah.
one above us. Do I just need to start over there and go
Yeah.
ahead and drop
Yeah.
it?
Well, they don't all pop up at once, so.
Yeah, I'll try to keep you covered till it pops up and then make your move over here.
I'm just gonna sit in this corner and hope that I don't get jumped on.
First jammer's up. It's next to him.
I think I got it.
Down.
Okay. Got the backpack on the named. They got a medic and a drone controller going left. Watch out, McCoy.
See him.
Medic's moving in on you.
Also, a clear shot on this.
Medic's on top of
Flash.
you. Alright, he's moving. You're good.
Named on me.
Okay.
Medic is down.
As quickly. And I'll come back to y'all. Coming back to y'all.
EMP's down.
Nice. I threw my hive over there, Jeremy, so you can get your EMP resistance.
Main stairwell.
I think it's gonna be above us on this one.
I already did the above us.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
I think we should be clear then, actually.
Yeah, we're done
Awesome.
with the MPs.
Austin, make your way back here.
Okay.
We're done with the MPs. We just have to clear the room.
Oh, good shit.
Drone controller to the left. Come on.
They have support station in the back.
I'm gonna foam the named.
Firing rockets. Thank you for foaming him.
Going for his ammo, belts, chest,
Chest is gone. Yep.
knee,
Knee?
Dead.
knee.
Knee!
We are the knights who say.
Oh,
I said it! Oh god, I said it again!
knee.
Got the support station in the back.
Good. Austin, what build are you running?
My livery build.
Is that a sniper build, or is that your...
Right side.
No. Pistol
Okay.
build. Right.
Yeah, you need to make your way back here, Austin. They just came...
Okay.
They just spawned in
Is that your
force.
shield build.
Alright, well, I'm gonna snipe this guy all the way in to the side.
Working on
Got
dog.
him.
Dog is down.
We require a shrubbery. Oh
Going
god.
to get ammo.
Back right.
Okay, I got some. Coming back up.
Getting the controller in the back.
Sniper's down.
Drone controller in the back.
Oh my god.
You're down.
Charger, top.
Not anymore. There,
Whoa.
there's a Warhound all the way up top.
They're in the balcony!
How do we get up there?
Fudge.
How do we get up there?
It's probably where they spawned. They're dropping down.
There's two of them.
Left.
Alright, turret's down. I need 15 seconds to get it back. Actually, I'm overcharging. There you go.
Austin, I'm gonna foam that leader if I can. Never mind, he's moving. I'll foam him next to his station.
Stand by for Hive. Jeremy, I'm gonna
Middle.
heal ya.
All that should be left is this dog.
There's still a dog up top.
Yep.
If only we could get up to it. There's got to be a way. Oh, yeah, let's go down. There we go. We got it.
Steven, I'm still looking for a max rolled Bakers.
That doesn't sound good.
Still.
Just get a max rolled M1A. You don't need Bakers.
I can't find a max rolled M1 anything.
Directly from their own systems.
M1A, SOCOM, nothing.
Bakers is overrated.
Have the information
I like Bakers.
It's good, but it's overrated. It's not... The Lucky Shot's not that valuable if you can
It
actually hit
is
things.
with... Well, that's the catch.
Did you check GameStop's website today?
Yeah.
Were they not
They
on
didn't have
sale?
anything local.
Mm.
Ow, 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 ow.
Austin, did you run ahead?
Yeah.
We're coming.
Ow. Oh, I'm dead. Wow, that is garbage aim. It's trash.
Are you really trash talking the Marauder that nearly killed you?
Yep. Because it had all the time to kill me, and it missed every shot.
Well, it hit every shot on me. Could you please help me up?
Nearly
It was-
dead.
You're nearly dead. I'm dead. Put some dirt on it. You'll be fine. What if we use demolishers on it? Would that get it? Like
I
get
don't
the
know.
weak points?
Something tells me that the Demolisher wouldn't make it that far. It'd probably get shot out of the sky.
No, we gotta actually. Oh, never mind. It left. Oh, you pains me. That call the Jane.
I need a restock.
Command, we've got hostiles approaching
Oh well.
Zone 4.
Restock.
Yay!
I'll send in reinforcements from the hover.
Alright, cool, we got a checkpoint. I'm gonna swap to negotiators.
Okay.
My crit build.
Yep, we're gonna be fighting the Marauder again, so just don't run anything that needs to have, like, that would get wrecked by the Marauder.
Okay.
Like,
Well, I'm gonna get wrecked by the Marauder, but yeah.
I'm gonna take out the sniper when you say ready.
I'm also gonna wreck the Marauder, so.
ready?
Bonus one.
Alright, got the snipers.
Marauder's here.
Alright, it's here.
Oof. Oh my god, go. I'm probably gonna get killed.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
That moment I really wish I had a
Call the Jane.
perfectly rolled stoner.
Thing's garbage.
Stop taunting the Marauder! Come on.
What's
There
gonna
we
do?
go.
Hear me? It's a robot. You ain't got no feelings.
He was wise beyond his years.
Oh my god. What? I'm not talking to you. I was talking to my friend.
Oh, hey, Aaron.
Alright,
Glad you could make it.
move it up.
Oh, we gotta download this thing. Alright, download started.
Attempting to restore deleted.
Alright, I'm
Wow.
gonna
Screen.
stay up here.
I'm pulling up the
Um, Hive's gonna go towards the middle.
to what they were after.
And can we get a grenade on the helicopter? I've got EMPs.
Oh, it's.
Perfect, thank you.
Oh. Who hit me?
It's probably an airburst.
Again. Oh,
Left
the
side,
other
left
enemies.
side, left side.
Yeah, enemies appeared. Oh.
Stand by, I'm gonna overcharge.
Chungus
Overcharging.
Is good.
Did you get your Hive back?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Chungus is dead.
Left
Guess I
side.
have 7 charges this time. Like 7 natural charges. That was so weird.
It was.
That day.
Working on back rotor.
Oh, I had like every
Enemies up
shot
here.
there.
Enemies up here.
On missile.
Hive is up.
Working on missile camera.
I pick up your hive. To
Why was my Hive refusing to heal you, Jeremy?
Serious trauma detected.
No idea.
You were right there.
System curtailed. System reactivated.
Seems Rafi is doing that. I mean, you can kind of aim. Hey, you're gonna crash.
Bonus armor.
Rodder's back. It's coming
I'll
from the
work
east.
on it.
Hive's up.
Bonus armor.
Oh hey, I can see the big tower thing.
The Washington Monument?
Yeah.
He's Canadian.
Nice.
It's not his fault.
The phallic tower?
Is that what it's called? Nice.
No, it's the
Tower of
Washington.
Pimps.
I don't know what it's called. Okay.
No,
No,
it's the Washington Monument. Yeah.
It is the Washington Monument.
It is the Tower.
Phallic Tower means something else.
It means penis tower.
It does.
Or
Yeah, it's
Tower
definitely
of
not that.
or Tower of Errors. Because phallic is also.
Shut up. It means penis.
From a literary stance, a root word.
From a literary stance, shut up. It means penis.
Bonus armor.
Rose says it's the Clinton Monument. What you talking about?
That's funny.
I can see the Marauders. Okay, there we go. It's coming back up. Can we EMP it from here?
If you have an EMP sticky.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It is if you did the first manhunt.
I didn't do the first man, I don't think.
You did. You didn't have the game yet.
Okay. Oh, I didn't have the game yet? Okay. Jeez.
Well, the first manhunt came out in March.
Oh yeah, I didn't have it. Ow!
Bonus armor.
Ow! I did. I'm alive! You can't kill me.
Oh man, I thought that was Austin that got a rocket to the face. That would have been great. Hive is up.
So,
Sorry,
no, open
with-
my door.
Good lord,
Ow.
with all the rockets, I'm having a hard time keeping the hive alive.
Ah, I'm alive.
I'm
Still can't kill
overcharging.
me.
I hate the Marauder. I hate it so much.
Delivery.
Yeah, it's been here.
Bonus
My
armor.
Hello,
cry.
Raffy. Okay, slam my door. Rude.
Bitch.
Ow!
Crazy part is I didn't get anything good off that.
After finishing, we have to head out.
Okay. So we don't have to do
Raffy.
DARPA. Yay.
Ow, I'm dead. Okay, Raffy, come here.
Well done.
Aha!
We don't have to do Pentagon Part 1 for another couple months.
Raffy. Come here. Where did I spawn?
Probably back at the beginning.
Yeah, you probably spawned back
Oh.
way back there.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna head out. I gotta go.
Alright, thanks for joining, Austin.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I assume you guys don't want to do DARPA. So let's head back to DC and I guess do control points or some other missions, if you guys want to do that.
Alright.
See
ya.
See ya.
Later.
Oh, apparently HBO Max has Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm. I think they have all Warner Brother movies now. I know they're getting all the Warner Brother new releases this year.
Well, see, I'm curious when they're going to get all of the DC animated stuff. And I'm not talking the movies, I'm talking like all the throwbacks like Batman Beyond, Static Shock, all that good stuff. Because they don't have Static Shock. I just checked, like yesterday.
Oh, I'm canceling my subscription then.
They do have Batman Beyond. Heck yeah. So, Ro, streaming services are a currency. You like for me, I have Hulu to offer. Jake has HBO Max to offer. So we come to an understanding where he can use my Hulu if he wants to, and I can use his HBO Max. And honestly, I never would have paid for HBO Max initially, but it's at the point to where it's pretty justifiable with how much stuff you get because there are a crap load of movies. Uh, it's got all the DC stuff, um, all the Cartoon Network stuff if you have kids and they like that kind of stuff. Huge movie library. Um, so it's kind of worth, and you can get Friends. Friends is easy watching. So Fresh Prince of Bel Air is also on there. That's good stuff.
Give me just a second, I gotta get something to drink.
Yep. And I don't know if you heard about this, Ro, but all Warner Brothers movies that are coming out, like
New
theatrically,
releases.
like all new releases, are releasing theatrically and on
Same
HBO
day.
Max same day.
Yep.
Which means Wonder Woman 1984 is on there right now.
That's where we watched it recently.
How was it?
I wouldn't go to theaters and watch it.
That's kind of the impression I've got from it. It looks pretty bad to me. Like just from my standard. Looks like a fine popcorn flick, but
It's just cheesy.
yeah.
I'm not even gonna follow all the oh, it's this womanizer, blah blah. No, it's just cheesy.
Yeah.
Like not what you would expect from Wonder Woman.
I
Maybe
heard,
what you would expect from like 60s, 70s Wonder Woman.
right. I
Like the
heard
retro.
that and I don't know much about Wonder Woman as a character, but I heard that in the movie she
So you haven't
her
seen it.
I haven't seen it. I just have heard a lot about it. But one of the things I heard was that her invisible jet is in it, but it's in
It
it
is.
because she makes a random jet invisible because she has the power to make things invisible.
They stole a F-14 and she touched it, which turned it invisible because
Is that
she channeled her inner chakra or something.
is that
No,
like I didn't think that she could do that, and that's
no,
that's kind of dumb.
no. That's not how her
Yeah, that
invisible
was
jet works.
that's probably the dumbest thing I've heard about it. So like, but I'm a nitpicky person because to
I am too
me,
when it comes to superhero movies.
well, I mean, to me, just because a movie is like a superhero movie or a movie that's meant to just be like entertaining or an action movie doesn't mean that you don't have to try
Reconnected.
with certain things. Like plot can still be airtight, things can make sense, and I'm gonna judge all of those things the same way I would other films because story
Well,
is
and
story.
I get super like hypercritical. And again, I understand if something's there for the flashy wow effect, and I'll compliment it in that regard, no matter what movie it is. If it's
Hmm.
made well, if it's made for people to go, wow, that had great fight scenes or cool driving scenes or good
Yeah, I'll give
whatever.
credit where credit's due.
Sure, but I get super nitpicky personally
Yeah,
when there is content that it is based on.
that's fair.
Example, I detest all of the Hobbit movies.
Yeah, that's fair. Which one's the
I didn't
worst one?
like them. Um,
Two.
the
Two is the
last
correct
one,
answer. No, two is the worst one.
the one where Bard didn't actually pull out a bow with a black arrow. He used a siege ballista, which was three.
Two is still the worst one. Three had a few things going for it. Two was awful. Two was
You
just
mean
bad.
the War of Five Armies that didn't play out anything like the War of Five Armies?
I don't know about that.
You mean
Vi-
the fact
visually,
that there's
hey
an
Ethan.
elf that doesn't exist in Lord of the Rings
Well,
that
that
is all over?
she was introduced in the second one, so that's the second one's fault.
The fact that there's a romance that would never cross the borders of any
That
realm in all of
completely undoes the importance of Gimli and
rivalry of
Galadriel.
yep.
Yep, I know. I know all
You guys are
about it.
fucking nerds.
The fact that the Prince of Mirkwood, who was CG'd to death, doesn't belong in any of those. The fact that the pale orc is from the Cimmerillion, not the Hobbit. Yeah.
I can't say much. I know exactly what all of you are talking about. So.
Rose says, I was already a little iffy about the film when they unkilled her boyfriend. All of the hobbits are the worst one.
True.
Yeah, okay, that first
Did you watch
part
the
was about.
first Wonder Woman, Steven?
Yeah, and it was fine.
Okay.
I thought it was.
Are you gonna watch the second one?
If Anna makes me, and I say makes me, she she
That makes-
she,
So
she
do you
wants
care
to
if
see
people
it.
talk about it?
I really don't care. She wants to see it because Kristen Wiig is in it. Because we love Kristen Wiig. She's amazing.
So you don't care if people talk about it?
I don't care, but I can't speak for Jeremy. So watch what you say.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd prefer to watch it, but I don't care.
it's in the trailer. I'm not gonna go through all the
Oh
other
yeah,
stuff.
if it's in the trailer, I don't care.
Yeah,
Like
go
they
ahead.
bring Chris Pine back, and you're just like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that and said the same thing.
Yeah.
Follow me, by the way. Going to the haunted house.
Ugh.
Oh wait, you're in the middle of something. You can finish what you were doing.
Nope, it's fine. Go over and do what
No,
Steven
no,
wants to do.
no. We're gonna go to the haunted house.
No, I was done with what I was doing. I was cleaning up my inventory a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, they just dropped the ball with so many things on the Hobbit. The first one wasn't the worst thing ever because it was like, okay, they bloated this thing out, but it at
They
least
introduced
didn't.
the dwarves well. The guy who plays Bilbo is fantastic.
Yes, Martin Freeman is great.
I have to say, I have never seen a movie that was made from a book that I was like, wow, that actually like holds up to it.
Yeah.
Sure, like the original content will always be preferred if it's a passion of yours.
Right.
But the
But,
Lord of the
I
Rings
mean,
movies
we're
are about as good as you can get.
No,
the only
I was just gonna say, with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
exception of Lord of the Rings, to be honest.
well, the only
because
way
those-
that they could have made those
Damn, son.
correct
I just got shotgun to the face.
is if they were each 5-hour movies. Like there's just so much, and so Peter Jackson and crew, they left out some pretty key things from each book, but it was just from time constraints. Like we never met Tom Bombadil, which is huge. We never met, and that's just from the first one.
Yeah.
We never met all these other characters. Most people don't know that frickin' Saruman took over the Shire,
Yep.
and that it was the
And then
little
got his-
gardeners.
And then got his ass kicked by hobbits.
It was the little gardeners that killed
Yep.
the White Wizard.
Yeah. Basically,
Somebody
that
here
scene
has
from
shotgun
RoboCop
it's
where
like
the guy.
wrecking my shit.
Yeah. The scene from RoboCop where the guy gets riddled with bullets. That happens to Saruman and
With
hobbits are the
pitchforks.
ones shooting. Yeah.
Pitchforks and hunting bows.
Yep.
Wow.
I can get you up.
Wow.
Coming to you.
Watch out, the dude has shock ammo.
Yeah, that's shock ammos.
But the reason I say that about the Lord of the Rings movies, about how they're pretty much the best you can get as a book, is that's why the Hobbit movies are kind of even more unforgivable than the average book film, because
Sure.
we'd seen Lord of the Rings done justice.
Well, and Peter
for the most
Jackson
part.
directed them.
Mhm.
And Andy Serkis, which is great. So, like, we have a standard that we go, okay. Like, they didn't start dragging Silmarillion nonsense. And I love the Silmarillion, don't get me wrong. But it's an anthology. It's not pleasure reading. It's like, I'm a super nerd and I want to dive into the world.
Right.
This dude just yelled cowards.
It's because we ran away, only to show up behind him, haha. But, like, they didn't start bringing in a bunch of Silmarillion nonsense into the main trilogy, and you're just like, that was a good choice. And then the main protagonist, or correction, the main antagonist of the first two movies is not even in The Hobbit. So,
The Hobbits weren't the Hobbit movies. They had their moments.
and
But-
for those who don't know, the Pale Orc is technically in the Hobbit timeline, just not in the Hobbit book.
Yeah.
But you read about the Pale Orc in the Silmarillion, which is expanded literature, and it talks about how this Pale Orc hunted the dwarves on their trip to the mountain. So that's where I'm getting at with all that for anybody who doesn't know.
But they did some things well. But
And it
there's
was
just-
a very flashy, very beautiful movie. All of them were. I didn't mind Smaug.
I didn't either.
I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he did a great Smaug.
Agreed. My problem was just how the the second film initiated the most heresy. Like that's
And you know-
that's
You know
where
why,
the
partially as well, and you and I are a little biased on this, so I know I am, so I'll just say it up front. But like their whole journey through Mirkwood was just bad.
Yep. Like the moment, like for example, when
Them
Sting
finding the
gets its name.
swords was, yeah, them finding the swords was wrong.
Yeah. Like the moment when Bilbo names Sting is such a good moment in the book, because that's like the first moment where Bilbo actually stands up for himself and does a heroic thing.
Becomes an adventurer, yeah.
Yeah, and like he's actually taunting the spiders. Like he is basically calling them out while he's killing all of them, and it becomes the Spider Slayer. That's why Sting is called the Spider Slayer. which I always thought was weird until I read The Hobbit, because it reacts to orcs, and yet it's called like Spider's Bane. But in the book, it was such a great moment because this like character who we normally see as timid and a homebody and doesn't really do anything adventurous is saving everybody, killing these spiders, literally like mocking them. It was a great moment. And in the movie, it was just like, it stings, so sting.
Yeah, the Goblin King or Goblin Chieftain or whatever was a gag.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that wasn't the portrayal of the character in the book, but I just didn't think it would be that gimmicky in the film.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can sit here and criticize it all day, but I didn't make it, so. But as a diehard lover of that franchise, I honestly just expected not more, but better.
I didn't despise any of them except for the second one. Even
I
Battle of the Five Armies had good moments, and I actually enjoyed the visualization of the battle, because that's how I like saw it in my head when I read it as a kid. Like I felt like they got some of the visuals really spot on, and so that was enough to give the movie some good bonus points. And the design they gave Orchrist was great.
Oh, the design of the weapons was fantastic.
Yeah, I loved the way they designed that one. Hey, Austin.
I'm trying to remember what it was. There was something that I thoroughly enjoyed.
I said today.
When Gandalf got captured and he looked into the eye, and then the eye
the pupil became the shape of Sauron. Yeah,
it spiraled in on itself and became Sauron. I was like, that was really good.
That was dope. Yeah, Ethan, Sting. So in the book, the reason Sting was named such is because the spiders back in The Hobbit, animals could talk. Like it was a weird kind of thing where like the wargs spoke, the spiders spoke, the trolls spoke. Which there's knowing Tolkien, there's a explanation for why you get much more of that in The Hobbit than you do in Lord of the Rings, but I'm not going to get into that. So the spiders in that moment, Bilbo used the ring to disappear, and he was trying to free the dwarves, and the spiders were getting stung by something they couldn't see, and they were like cowering in fear, and they were like yelling, it stings, basically. And so that's why Bilbo called it Sting, because the spiders were cowering away from this unknown source of pain that they were calling the Sting.
Ain't that a pip?
Which was his first, like we said, was his first real time of
doing something
embracing
courageous,
being an adventurer and not being a hobbit of the Shire.
Yeah, that was his big moment where he was never going to be the same again. Like he always would crave excitement and adventure from that point on.
Also, when he earned the respect and the trust of the dwarves, which was huge.
Right. I don't know. With a movie that, there's 3 movies for a book that is one book that's not even that long, you would think that they'd be able to slow down and give moments like that their due diligence, but they didn't.
Yes and no, but yes and no. But as my mom teaches English,
right,
middle school English, and has actually used The Hobbit as one of her summer reading books. And then a summer reading book they'll dissect throughout the rest of the year.
Right.
A lot of their projects stem from that. You can make 3 movies off The Hobbit easily.
Right.
It may not be the biggest page-wise of all the Tolkien books, but it is so full.
Yeah.
Of just good content that you could easily make 2 or 3 movies out of it. They just chose to use so much from other literature that had nothing to do with the
They,
direct
they just tried to make
story
it a
of.
cohesive saga rather than two separate trilogies.
Well, yeah, that and yeah, they wanted people who'd never watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy to watch The Hobbit and be like, "Oh, I understand the full story," and that's not how it works.
Right.
Because you don't, as a kid, you don't read The Hobbit and then suddenly know who Aragorn is and Legolas and
Oh,
the crew from
but with
the main trilogy.
oh, back up, McCoy, back up, McCoy. With the really stupid, vague words that Thranduil says to Legolas, where he's like, "Go meet a ranger from the north." What is his name? Ask him yourself.
Yeah, yeah, like. And
That
I
was so
understand.
dumb. Later, Austin.
I understand them wanting to do that as far as make it to where you watched that and you wanted to go watch the others, but shouldn't that come naturally?
Yeah.
Just from the name and the clout that comes with that name.
Right.
Instead of trying to smush things that already existed into something that it had no business being.
Agreed. Alright, I'm sacking the healing seeker. Be back in 15 seconds.
This whole time, I'm just thinking of how bad Ready Player One was.
Ethan says, I've only played the Lego games. You know, Lego Lord of the Rings was fantastic. It really was. I was just saying the other day that one of my favorite parts of any Lego game,
Yep.
just because it was such a funny visual gag, is when Theoden...
You
when
were
he-
literally just talking about that.
Yep. We
Yeah.
talked about it yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
last night.
where he gets crushed by his horse, and in the movie he's like, "My body is broken," and he says that in the game, and then it zooms out and it shows that his legs are are not attached to his torso. So funny.
Lego does such a good job of taking rather intense mediums and making them so kid-friendly.
Yep.
Like all the Star Wars deaths for the Star Wars Lego games, even the Batman stuff, they've just made pleasant. Steven, I don't know if I told you, but Jared and I, we got our hands on all of the Star Wars Lego, all of the Harry Potter Lego, all of the Marvel Lego, Indiana Jones Lego, Pirates of the Caribbean. Basically, if it's a Lego game, we got it for like $1 a game
Goodness.
during the summer sale.
Yeah.
And we've just been systematically playing through them whenever we're feeling down. He's like, "Hey man, been kind of a crappy week. Can we just play a Lego game and just feel
I need
better
to-
about life?"
I need to.
Dude, it's
enact that
cathartic.
practice. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I am
It's
so down to
cathartic.
stream with you.
And if you like, if he ever comes to visit, then we just plug in a second controller and you can couch co-op because I'm the game host.
Jeremy, I'm down to do that.
The Lego games are cathartic as heck.
But sadly, and I did check kind of recently, Lego Lord of the Rings is not available on current generation system. Like not
Really?
even PS4. Yeah, it came out in the PS3 era, and you can't get it. You can get it on Steam, but I think it's only a local co-op because I do actually own it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm very close to pulling the trigger on the portable PC.
You should.
It makes sense for me to build one.
PC Elite.
You should build one, then we can play.
It's either buy a PS5, which would be the case that I found for a PC is actually like thermally one of the best rated. So, and it's literally like a quarter inch bigger than a PS5.
Phew.
It's a very very small ITX case.
PC Elite.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Outriders is going to be cross-play completely, apparently.
Oh,
So, hmm and that's the game that I'm expecting to spend the most time in this year.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I
Demo
think I'm gonna
comes
have to get
out.
a Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah, the demo comes out in about a month, actually. Full game comes out on April 1st.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on this? And this is to the chat as well. You don't have to know anything about Outriders to answer this question. It's more of just like a marketing kind of public opinion kind of thing. When they announced that it was coming out on April 1st, Jake responded like, "That's a terrible release date." And I was like, "Why do you say that?" And he was like, "Well, I can see the headlines now. Like the biggest April Fool's joke is Outriders." And he's got a point, but to me it was like on the opposite end, if it actually is good, that's like equally a great opportunity for them, like headline wise, just word of mouth kind of speaking.
Outriders is no joke.
Right, exactly. Dogs didn't like that one. Flynn, calm down. There's nothing. But yeah. So what do you guys think? Um, is that a bad idea to release on April 1st?
I wouldn't say it's a bad idea, but it depends on the release.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cause
like entirely.
right. Like my line of thinking is a bad game is going to get crapped on no matter what. Like
Yeah.
Avengers, for example.
Nobody remembers the release date of a bad game
Right.
unless
But
there's a headline about it. So
Avengers, to my knowledge, and it didn't even have a terrible release, but it was poached. That's probably not the best example. Uh, I don't remember when Anthem came out, but I remember that everyone hated on it when it launched.
yeah,
Because the whole idea was that Anthem was one misunderstood, but two
misrepresented.
it was misrepresented and mishandled post launch,
Yeah.
and that's all that mattered. It
To
could have
this
come
day, I
out.
keep it installed just for those days where I'm like, damn, I really want to
Yeah,
see
same.
it when it fly around like Iron Man.
Yeah. And so that's the problem with Anthem was not that it came out on a bad day. It just was mishandled. So to me, I'm just in the line of thinking a bad game is going to like a game that is going to be received poorly is not going to be received any more poorly if it comes out on a day that's like a specific holiday.
Yeah.
It may sell better, but April 1st, just as an example, I don't think that will affect sales really. If anything, it might positively affect sales because that's kind of a low time for games because a lot of big games are coming out February or March or
Yeah,
May.
it's always third.
April's just kind of low.
It's always at the end of the first quarter or beginning of the fourth quarter. So,
Right.
which, I mean, makes sense. Christmas rush and all that, but
So I guess how and just be honest, and anyone who's willing to answer.
we don't really need to do this if you want to just like.
Yeah, I
don't
would
know.
very much like to just bypass this.
Let's go.
How often do you being anyone who wants to answer, do you judge a game or a film or any piece of media, I guess? How often do you judge it based on headlines that you see on social media or otherwise?
0.
Honestly, I can't say 0 because there's some games that I go into not thinking that I would enjoy it.
Yeah, and
Then
so
I
it's
see
like that
headlines where I'm
confirmation.
like, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
either that confirmation or I see a headline that it's like next big game or like some sort of some eye catcher that's like, well, maybe it is a good game. And
Yeah.
it makes me want to try it. So I watch a famous streamer or
Right.
play it. And I'm like, well, maybe I should get it. You know.
Yeah. Hey, Keeb.
So,
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that
I
usually
definitely
does my
wouldn't say
research.
never. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll
But
do my research, but I'm not gonna like. You
I
may
won't
do a
base my
review
entire
of
opinion on
something.
it.
Yeah.
right,
You may
I
do a review of something, and I'm gonna watch your review if I'm interested, or even if I just got some
Oh, shit, I got
downtime
stuck
and
on something.
I'm at home and I just watch a random YouTube video. But if I'm not interested in it before I watch that video, I'm not gonna just suddenly become interested in it, good review or bad review.
right.
And if I'm already interested in
There
it,
has
then
to
it's
be
not going to
some.
turn me off if they give it bad kudos.
Yeah.
There's always going to have to be some pre-existing interest. Like it just.
Right. So
Now,
the thing
it
that I
can
often
change.
do is I will see those headlines, and I'll remember that. But if I don't read the article, if it gets brought up in conversation, and you guys have probably heard me say this before, I'll say, I don't, I
Seen
haven't,
it, but I haven't
I,
read it.
yeah, I've seen this game, I've heard of this game, but the only thing I've really heard is this. But I haven't really done my research, so I will definitely provide full context. And if someone like I try really hard to not have an overwhelming opinion of any kind without context. Last of Us 2 was really hard for me to do that because I knew a lot of things about it going into it, and I knew that I did not want to like Last of Us 2. And
that's the thing. You had a pre.
yes,
But I think that's actually a good game to use as kind of the example for this conversation, right?
right,
Because 1 was awesome. I looked forward to 2. Well, I heard a few things and I was like, I mean, I hope not,
right,
but whatever. I waited until I watched somebody do an entire playthrough, like a playthrough session, and I watched their whole playthrough session, and didn't have to spend any money on it.
mm-hmm.
And by watching them play it, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah,
Oh, I had the collector's edition pre-ordered. I was like, oh hell yeah, I can't wait to go pick it up. And then started reading reviews prior to it coming out, and was like, you know what? I'm probably not gonna go pick that up now.
mm-hmm.
It was also around the time where I started to do travel for work, so
Right.
Now, at the same time, like, nobody can sit here and we talk about this at work a lot. Nobody can sit here and say that you don't read something or see something and it doesn't impact you somehow.
Right.
No, agreed.
So if I do see an article on Facebook or some forum post that someone's like, hey, Destiny's sunsetting their next round of weapons and it's tearing up the community, I may not care until I play, but it does put that bit of doubt in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm like, well, I hope not, but the fact that I'm having to say I hope not means that I'm already thinking that it's true and it's not going to be good.
Right. Chat's been saying some things. Let me read what you guys said. Ethan says maybe it just depends on the audience's expectations. That's a great point, and I'm going to actually circle back to that here in a second. That's going to be my next conversation. Because
again, it's all the preconceived notions that you have.
Right. We all have a bias, whether big or small, whether we realize it or not. And that's
We talked
that's
about
very
this
important.
at work because we have multiple. Where I work, we have multiple like divisions or branches that you can work in, and we constantly have to talk with the other branches because the phrase that's commonly used is perception is reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if I say, oh, well, Spider-Man game sucks, and that starts to circulate, then Steven's never played it or heard of it, but because his friend said it,
You shut your mouth.
it's this
Spider-Man.
waterfall. It's this waterfall effect of I don't know anything about this, but it sucks.
Yeah.
And you turn into that herd mentality.
Which is why the day and age of the content creator is so dangerous. Because good games have died because one person didn't like it. And those people control a lot of the perception of so many people who don't care to do the research themselves.
Sure.
In one of the production classes that I took in college, we were talking about video games, and it's always, well, it's not even just for video games, it's for any publication, honestly. The first, paragraph and headline of any article is what catches your attention and makes you want to read the rest of the article.
Yep.
So obviously at the top of the article, if it says, this shit sucks, why would you spend $60 on it? Then, I mean, going into it, it's like, oh, okay, so...
Sure. It's the same
This is
concept
gonna-
as
this is
getting
gonna
the
give you-
clickbait.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, and with the amount of data that's available on the internet today, you're going to find the extremes. The ones where it's like, this is a great game for these reasons, even if you don't like this game style.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the extreme that this game sucks, it's the worst game that's ever been made.
Right.
And the production company should feel bad that they're putting this out into the world.
Yeah.
But-
Ro said more than she'd like to, but she tries not to, referring to how often do you base opinion
Yeah.
in some way on headlines. But she did say
It's
that she
easy
tries
to
to
do.
research. Yeah, thank you
Well,
for being
yeah,
honest.
There's also
Yeah,
the
no,
bias
it's-
of like just looking at the past. So when you say EA, everyone automatically goes ew.
Yep.
Yep.
Microtransactions.
So yeah, you look at developers and you're like,
You're gonna get the same
Ubisoft
thing
has the
with every
rights to the
game.
new Star Wars MMO, and nobody said yay. Everybody said hope they don't.
I'll
fuck
play
it
it
up.
in a year when it's broken, when it's not
Yeah,
broken.
everybody said.
Yep.
Everybody said hope they don't mess it up.
Yep.
So like, instead of celebrating that one company that has screwed Star Wars doesn't have exclusive rights anymore, instead of celebrating
And
that,
it's-
everyone goes, "Well, I hope we're not screwed again."
And it's so funny.
Well, and on the flip side of that coin, there's so many people that play Battlefield, or I'm sorry, not Battlefield, Battlefront religiously,
Yep.
that think it's an amazing game. So they're like, oh, that really sucks because I enjoy the way EA has done it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
I'm a little gilded when it comes to like Bethesda. I'm a Bethesda.
That was the next thing I was going to bring up, because Bethesda was the darling of the video game
What's your left side
industry
look like?
for so long. If Todd Howard graced the stage at E3, everyone was like, "Oh my God, yes, Todd Howard, take me home with you." Like, that's how everybody was. And then Fallout 76
You
happened.
mean you're not still that way?
No, I'm not. Fallout 76 happened, and
Todd Howard, if you're watching,
everyone
please take me home.
turned. And I've always been kind of iffy on Bethesda, just because I always thought that. Just hear me out. I've been iffy on Bethesda because even though they make great games, they don't make flawless games. And the perception that was being given was that games were being compared to Bethesda games, which are good but not polished.
Games are being compared to '90s Bethesda games.
A game gets. You look in either direction, you'll see like 6 games getting compared to Skyrim. And Skyrim was a fine game, but it's not the holy grail of gaming that people make it out to be. It was.
Excuse me?
I'm.
You watch
It's
Yeah.
on every single console, Steven. What are you talking about?
You watch your language?
That thing
Look.
can run on like 150 potatoes.
Don't
Look,
make me drive to where
I
you
pl-
are and slap the taste out your mouth.
Rogues.
Rogues. Yeah.
Yay, I'm already running Shield.
But it's just funny to me how the internet seems
I'm going
to.
to pause this conversation so we can get this right.
You go ahead. It'll give me a turn to actually talk and
Oh Jesus.
but it's the whole Bethesda thing. It's funny to me because they really did only need to screw up once for everyone to just turn on them, because it really just often feels like the internet wants to hate everyone. Like they want to be
very
mad.
much so. Very much so. Internet's a toxic place
Absolutely.
at its core.
Ethan, gonna come back to what you were saying. He said, this reminds me a lot of what everyone says about Dead Space 3. I've heard a few things about Dead Space 3, but what can you elaborate on that? I'm just curious what your thought was there, because I know that it was not well perceived, at least at launch, because it wasn't seen as a horror title anymore. Am I getting that right? But while
you don't
Ethan,
have a freaking turret.
while Ethan is clarifying there, the next thing I wanted to talk about was that
What was another game that got real good accolade? Or I'm trying to remember. Daggum it. Commander Shepard.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Andromeda.
Screwed up. Oh gosh, Andromeda was not as bad as everyone made it out to be, but it wasn't good.
But the masses killed it.
Yes.
It was also plague-ridden with.
Like,
Yes.
within the first month of release, you didn't hear it anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that you heard it, oh, well, I'm going to give it a shot, or I'm going to give it another shot, or, hey, they're going to come out with a hot fix or a big update that changed. No, it was just dead. You never heard the word Andromeda again.
Okay, so yeah, Ethan said that EA added a lot that took away from the horror aspect of the series, which that's a bummer. So the thing I was going to bring up had to do with what Ethan said about what was it? It depends on audience's expectations. I mentioned this to McCoy. Jeremy, I don't know if you were there for this conversation, but this was about Avengers. And how Avengers and Anthem and pretty much every other game that has tried to enter the arena of a service title since Destiny came out, because Destiny was basically the first service title, every single game that's tried to follow it has failed because people were expecting Destiny when they were not trying to give Destiny, except for Division 2, which tried to give Destiny and failed at it.
And then was like, no, we were doing our own thing the whole time. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
They just, and their own thing changed every 3 months.
Yeah.
Which we haven't talked about, you and I, at least. The flip side of that coin. If that's what the player base wants, like, I'm not talking about this late into the game, but when Destiny first released, everybody goes, oh my gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are like, we're going to do something different. Like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. The people have spoken. Now, this late in the game, yeah, there's probably room for some diversity.
Well,
but
the problem is that it was never spoken either way. To where people, it was, and this is why I point to Outriders. Hey, Vortex. I point to Outriders a lot because I think they're doing an excellent job of trying to define themselves. Because when
question.
Yes.
Does status effect have anything to do with repair
Duration?
skills at all?
With repair skills? No.
Okay.
So, Outriders, I think, is doing an excellent job of presenting its identity, because when it first showed,
it is definitely trying to differentiate itself.
Yes, and that is so important, because when it first showed itself, like gameplay and everything, everyone reacted the same way. I think, and that was, wow, this looks like Destiny.
Well, that's the problem, is the large comparison that happens with big name titles like that.
Yeah,
like this will always get, Division 1, and then previous versions of that, whatever it may be.
Yeah, if a game has loot, guns, and all that stuff,
shooter,
if it's an online looter shooter, it's Destiny.
Yeah.
And so Outriders,
no,
it's not. So the second time they did a showcase, like their second broadcast, Outriders was very intentional about saying we are not Destiny. And the most recent broadcast they did, they clarified with questions from their Twitter and from their Facebook. People asked a bunch of questions like, is Outriders a service title? And they said outright, no, Outriders is not a service title. It is a full game, out of the box. You get the entire experience. There is end game. They've said nothing about post launch. Just what you see is what you get, and that's it. And so they've done a good job of basically saying, hey, we're more Borderlands than we are Destiny, and that, I think, is going to really help them at launch, because they have bothered to give that clarification. Because with Avengers, I don't think
Steven,
they were.
Come grab these gloves. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I don't think Avengers by Crystal Dynamics was ever trying to make the Destiny killer. Ooh, nice, thank you. I don't think they were ever trying to make a game that says, "Hey, Destiny, we're going to come take your audience." What they were trying to make was a game that is a service title, but is a service title where you play the content that they release.
Go ahead, grab these knee pads.
I selected a bounty, by the way, so let's head that way. They were trying to make it I think what I call it is a great sometimes game, where they do frequent content drops, but it's not the game that you feel like you have to play every single week. But
It's not a constant grind.
right, exactly.
Which is the issue with the majority of games nowadays, is you have to put at least 40 hours in a week.
right, and because it's such a competitive market, and Destiny, even though I hate that aspect of it because it often feels like a pointless grind, Destiny has really resonated with the industry as far as the whole like play every week kind of thing with all the different activities. It makes you feel like you're getting a lot of stuff done because there's a lot of bounties and there's all the different the flashpoint and
There's
everything.
something to be said for that too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the ability that they have to say, you can keep coming back to our game 2-3 years later and still enjoy the content that we're putting out now.
Agent deceased.
But on the flip side of that, I would rather see companies coming up with new IPs
Right.
than playing the same exact thing for 2-3 years,
Right.
because that gets tiresome.
And with
Destiny,
Destiny,
as I play my 28th day on Division 2.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have a lot of room to talk on any of that because
Yeah.
Well,
I like
yeah, I don't
like
either.
the grind a lot.
Well, and this isn't to say
and
that
that's-
any one person is wrong in believing a certain way. This is just like from my point of view.
Sure.
Destiny, for example.
But all three of us here each have, which is cool. All three of us have very different
Yeah.
stances on the
Yeah.
same topic, which is cool.
Right. I was
Okay, cool.
just thinking the same thing before. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry, I didn't know you were reviving me. I was in the map, so I was waiting for you to be out of
I
combat.
was right next to you.
Yeah, I just revived on top of you. I've got that PS5,
but,
so I load quick.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. But yeah, McCoy, I agree. I mean, look at the builds we're running right now.
Which
We're all
one?
three
None of mine
extremely
work.
different. Stop it.
It's because you're playing
Dude,
Destiny.
you literally just face tanked. You literally just face tanked a bunch of rogues. So I don't want to hear shit. Your builds work. They're not as perfect as you would like them to be.
That's fair.
But Jeremy's builds are as perfect as
No,
any build.
I'm not.
I know,
they're
I know.
not. He's missing
I know.
2%.
Continue,
Listen,
Jeremy. I'm sorry.
I build as simple as I can, and it fucking works.
It does.
Period. Point blank. It's literally just full damage. That's all I do.
It's just full damage, God rolled damage. Just beautiful. They just gave him everything he's ever wanted on his armor.
I'm not gonna say that I'm not lucky in games like this. Most looters, I find the parts that I need. I mean,
And I quote,
in
"Hey
Anthem-
Steven, weren't you looking for Bighorn?"
Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got Dodge City. Nope, Steven, it's Bighorn. It just appeared. But yeah, dude,
But even in Anthem, the same thing happened to me. I got the drops that I just wanted, so it just happens. But
yeah, even
back
between
to the point.
three of us,
Yeah, but between the three of us, we all have extremely different playstyles. We have different opinions in games.
and yet somehow we can still find a lot of common ground on what we expect as the consumer.
right.
Exactly. Because we are, I would consider us hardcore gamers. Yeah.
We are gamers.
So, but in that aspect, I mean, it's full circle back around to what Steven initially talked about. Like this, we expect a certain thing when we do hear about a game and see certain trailers portrayed a certain way, and it depends on how the devs portray that as to how we are going to react to how.
Yeah,
They
the
want-
issue is less about a developer saying this is popular, so let's do this. The issue
Right.
I'm referring to more so is the developer clarifying what their intentions are out the gate. If they intend to make a Destiny type game,
Yeah.
like clarify, hey, the Destiny is a good example for this. If they aren't, then make that very clear, like Outriders is doing. With Avengers, they didn't do as good of a job, and this was a big problem for it. Although Avengers came out at the worst possible time because it was a year during a crap load of complications for the development team because of COVID, but also I'm pretty sure they're in California, Crystal Dynamics, and so they've had to deal with wildfires. I think I read that somewhere. And also, it's the 1 year we've had in 10 years where there has not been a single Marvel property released outside of
because they finally finished their 10-year plan.
Yeah, and so Avengers came out when Avengers as a whole was kind of removed from the zeitgeist. And did I use that correctly? I think I used that correctly. And
Yeah.
and so they had that working against them, but also they didn't clarify as well the amount of what they were going for with their content, because they were going for
Oh, McCoy, I got knee pads for you.
they were going for you play it every now and then when the content releases, and you play it as you can, to where you never have to keep up with the community. Let me see.
Yeah.
I just want to see. Oh, okay. What were they?
Here.
They were
here.
status effect was full status effect and full armor.
They're max armor, max status effect, goal and knees.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's tasty.
How do I?
I already have a pair.
I know you do. I'm not gonna take them. I just want to see them. That's pretty dope.
And it already has armor regen on it. It's just not
right.
good.
Yeah. It's begging to be removed.
Here, these are what I got earlier.
Akeem, to answer your question, do you think Cyberpunk will be able to bounce back and actually satisfy everyone after the release? No. CD Projekt Red has had their
the way that
reputation
they've handled the
tarnished.
situation. No.
Yeah. There will be those
If
people
they
who
had come out and had a plan and some sort of explanation on what they're going to be doing, I would have a lot more faith in it. But the fact that they've come out and been like, "Hey, sorry guys, here's a refund,"
Oh wow.
it means that
pretty
they do not have a deep plan for
Yeah.
reconciling the situation.
Are you giving me those, or are you just showing them?
Showing them.
Okay. Yeah, those are
I
nice.
will definitely put them to use.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Those are tasty.
Cyberpunk could become the perfect game, and no one would care. Well, not no one, but so many people wouldn't care because they feel scorned.
And it kind of, it's not even the scorned, but it also just goes back to what you said earlier. The internet's freaking hateful, man.
Yeah.
Gamers,
As
especially,
soon-
like,
it's cancel culture. That's
like as soon as you make your first assessment of something,
yeah.
it just is.
It's marked forever.
Yep.
Like, hey, Cyberpunk is that shitty ass game, and they could do what Elder Scrolls Online did and basically re-release the game, rebrand it, and make it a good game, and a large majority would still look at it and say, "Nope, shitty ass game," without even touching it again.
That's hard to do.
Iron Man Simulator.
Oh, shit.
And
But back to what I was saying. What Avengers?
Which I like Anthem, so I can't.
I do
well,
too.
I'm
It is what it is.
proving my own point. I have never.
He's being salty because
No, I'm proving everybody's point because I have not put a single hour into that game, and I shit talk it so bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'd actually enjoy it, I
Honestly,
think.
It was a really, I really think you would too.
Like if you can find it for like $5, you'd probably enjoy it.
I might get it for $5, but I watched a bunch of my friends waste 60 on it.
Yep.
Like I'm big into the spaceship style stuff as well, and so a couple of my work buddies and I got Elite Dangerous when it first released, and we were like, "Can we get this back, please?" And they've since revamped it because I think we actually bought it in alpha, but they didn't tell anybody that it was still in alpha. They marketed it as a complete game.
Oh wow.
And so
That's shiesty.
like, yeah, so they sold it to you for $60, and then all you could do was use your starter ship and fly around, and there weren't any missions or bounties or anything. And then they released the full title well after the community was like, "This game sucks."
Yeah.
And it's still in my Steam library with 28 minutes.
Oof.
Which is just enough to not be eligible for a Steam refund.
It's 2 hours.
Well, then I've got 2 hours. Whatever the cutoff is for the Steam refund.
It is 2 hours of game time, 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks after release. I should know because I refunded Doom Eternal when I first bought it. Because it was too complicated at first. It's for a Doom game, and then I got it on console. It just felt better with sticks rather than keyboard.
Twin sticks.
Yes. But yeah,
It's a good conversation, guys. I'm just saying.
It is. This is why I love having people stream with me, because I love these kind of I love these kind of conversations.
Yeah.
Okay, Rose 12 minutes behind because she lost internet.
This kind of conversation needs to be done at the big round table, you know? Like developers need in on this because they could make so much money if they just kind of knew what people were after.
Yep.
I'll call my friends at Sony and Naughty Dog.
I'll get my Bethesda bros.
I'll post on Facebook.
I actually know people that work at Naughty Dog and Sony.
Yeah, Jeremy knows somebody that worked on Last of Us.
It's called God Howard. Duh.
No, I went to college with him.
Todd Howard took me home.
I'm sure he did.
The funny thing is, like, ESO's been such a... I read a big article concerning Elder Scrolls 6 not that long ago, because they keep talking about it, but they keep pushing it off, but they keep talking about it. And if that's your game style, if that's your brand, your company, so many different things, if that's your thing, then you are eagerly awaiting Elder Scrolls 6.
Yep.
Myself included. Like, eagerly awaiting for years because it's been pushed off. And ESO turned out to be a pretty good game. I've continued to put endless hours into it. But there was a big article talking about how they're going to have to make a choice of, do they follow the traditional Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim game style all the way down to the art design and everything, or do they choose more of the ESO approach? But
Did we just unlock a supply room?
That's what it just said.
What the hell?
It's the parent company, ZeniMax.
ZeniMax, yeah.
ESO. So it's just interesting because that article, while it's not written by anyone from that company, it's talking about this very thing. It's talking about if this company will listen to its player base, then they will sell the heck out of a game. But if they don't, then it's really going to flop, which I don't doubt.
I think that's one thing that's really helped and hindered Division. Is the fact that they somewhat listen to people, but it's more the people that are like, oh, Dark Zone, meta builds.
Yeah, the loud ones. Steven and I talk about that on the regular.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm done.
If I could get, like, literally 15 minutes with someone on Massive, I could give them an earful and I could fix this game.
I'll work on it, Steven.
Thank you. Call your guy from Naughty Dog. Tell him to get me 5 minutes with Yannick. It's important. Yeah, I honestly, I'm curious to see what happens with Elder Scrolls 6, because I'm not the biggest Elder Scrolls fan, personally.
I am.
I'm
not a hardcore fan, but I'm definitely a fan of how they do
casual
games.
consumer.
Yes, quite. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I got my PSVR, that's the game I have the most time in.
Yeah.
Like I have demolished Skyrim on PSVR.
Yeah.
Well,
Elder Scrolls is not a bad series. I can't say it's a bad series, and because it's not.
You better not say it's a bad series.
It's obviously not a bad series, but it's not my kind of RPG usually.
After what you and I have been through,
we're not going to talk about that.
In the town of Balfoyen, in the town of Saint Anin,
we did dumb things as a kid.
Steven and I played Morrowind together when we were
back on the original Xbox. Yeah. We became
like, hey, I know your parents deprived you of video games. This is called Gears of War. Press X. I was like, oh, what is this?
This is Gears of War. Press X. That's a. That's a great.
Brother were like, yeah. You and your brother were like, man, you have to shoot things. I'm like, no, just let me chainsaw everything.
Yep.
Just leave me alone.
Fucking same.
I grew up in a
Who
very
needs bullets?
very strict household, and I'm grateful for that. It's shaped a lot of who I am as a person. But there are certain things that I wish were very different.
Yep.
And a lot of that is why I attribute a lot of that to me being an adult gamer, is because I couldn't be as a kid.
Yeah, he put all that frustration into his chainsaw.
And so I go from like my first console, I had to bum everybody else's gaming stuff because I just couldn't have anything. And my first console was actually a
Game Boy Advance, wasn't it?
Game Boy Advanced SP.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
The best edition. And so, like, the N64, the original brick Xbox, the PS1, I got a PS1 later.
Steven, I got a holster for you.
So I go from, like, Rainbow Road Mario Kart, and Steven's like, this is Gears of War, press X. And my eyes were opened.
Thank you.
Gosh, that...
Yeah, we had some good times when he would visit.
Alp Summit.
Jesus.
We played, my first time playing through Halo 2
Max status effect and adrenaline rush.
was, my first time playing through Halo 2 was when McCoy came to visit one time. And we played through
We had
it
a lot
over
of
the course
firsts.
yeah.
I was there. Was it a holiday? Was it Christmas or something? That
Yes, you can, Vortex. My field of view is very, very wide because I needed to see more of the screen in front of me so I could target people with heals.
Was it Christmas or something that your brother got? It was some holiday. Maybe it was Thanksgiving. That he got Return of the King for PS2.
Probably.
And we all just like, because he's like, no, I'm going to play it. And we're like, okay. And we all just sat and watched like it was a movie. And you and I were still doing Helm's Deep on Two Towers.
Yep. Because we weren't allowed to play Return of the King, probably.
Nope, not until he beat it.
You want to do a couple control points, or go ahead and hit Grand Washington and finish off Kestrel?
Let's do that. I'll set the mission.
Okay.
Headed there. Hold on, I got some texts.
But I agree. I think that's. I don't know how to word it correctly, so y'all can twist my words if you need to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, just not how to say it. But it's like it's almost like
vernacular.
all of the content creators that cover Division are PvP players only,
Yeah.
or raid players. Like it's those
I
two
completely
things.
agree. It's not the PvE multiplayer that are playing, 4-player like we do.
Which again gets back into those who are the loudest are the ones that are helping create change for this game.
Right.
Agreed.
Which is why
But the majority of the players don't play the way we play.
Correct.
Well, that's why
Which
I'm
is half the
very
issue, but
much.
half.
Where are you guys? Okay, I shouldn't go in.
Traveling too.
I'm very much
Yeah.
in the camp of
We
thinking
don't have
that.
PS5.
Sorry, that Dark Zone should not have. You shouldn't have the ability to bring your builds into Dark Zone. Just period.
Man, how many times have we talked about this?
Twice. But
Twice,
Since-
but we
since
spent
Division
a
1 we've
couple
talked about it,
hours.
Steve.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since Guild Wars 1, we've talked about it.
Mhm. Because the meta and the balance of this game will forever be based on the PvP, and so my builds get screwed because some jackass in the Dark Zone does a thing publicly on YouTube, and it's manipulating concepts that I utilize, not in a cheap way, but in a way that fits the build concept. And because some guys over there
riddle me
griefing,
this, right? In a PvE setting, like I play a bunch of, we all do, but I play a bunch of different games that are kind of grind happy when it comes to gear and loot and that kind of stuff. An easy example right now is I play a lot of Genshin. And I do some stuff just with some of the characters and builds that I have for them, I do some stuff that people would call cheesy because it speeds up my grind. And I'm okay with the fact that it's there, and the devs haven't changed it because they say it's okay. But then as soon as you bring in PvP, cheesy's
That,
not
yeah.
cheesy's
That
taboo.
is a different. That's a different horse.
That's called
Yeah.
trolling.
Yeah.
Because you're negatively affecting the experience of another player.
Right.
And
But in this game, if we're just doing this to do the manhunt, or if we're farming out gear sets, or if we're climbing the tower, or if we're doing a raid even, there have been some things on, like, when Iron Horse first released, some of the YouTube content creators that were shown that were like, oh no, this makes me indestructible.
oof, watch out, that's a heavy on the other side.
And I'm okay with that. Like, maybe not to the point of being unkillable, but some cheesy stuff.
I mean, slap Ridgeways on a Foundry Bulwark build, and you are indestructible. That's a fact.
Yeah, like, but cheesy in our wheelhouse is not bad.
Right.
In the way that we play, it is not. I completely 1,000% agree.
Well, and even
But
the guys that are
You're slapping
exclusively
Lady Death on shit and running through the dark zone.
Yeah, when I'm getting slapped to death by a guy that is a full blue core because he has Lady Death, that's a problem.
There's an issue.
Because like,
But on the flip
again,
side, you have
that's their
things like
playstyle.
Merciless that just get boned because it's too good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here going, man, I finally found a single shot rifle that I really like that performs well enough. And at the time those were the days of the M1A meta, and I'm over here using Merciless because I like Merciless. And it could compete.
And
But
unfortunately, this is going to be the issue with games forever now, because there's those two different playstyles.
Yeah.
They're the players like us that are hardcore, you know.
And
We
yet
wanna play with our friends
developers
and run around.
have lost the ability to differentiate
Yeah.
in their patchwork, or not in their fixes and their
it's easier
tweaks.
not to.
It's always
It's
going to be
easier
what
to-
pleases the masses.
It's easier to just say people are complaining about this, so here's the change, and we're only going to do it. We're going to do one fix
Across the board.
across the board, because we can't care enough to actually fix the meta, and that's the problem that you get with games like this. Because I love Division, the concept is
Same.
great, the gameplay is great, but at the end of the day, they belong to Ubisoft, and if Ubisoft decides Division's not making enough money anymore, or it's run its course, then they take away Massive's best people from Ubisoft, and this is what's happened, unfortunately. They take away Massive's best people and send them to work on either the Avatar project. There's an Avatar game coming from them, by the way. Blue people, not Airbender. Or they send them to
Oh, fuck that.
yeah, and they send
I saw
or they send
Airbender, I was like, oh!
yeah, or they send them to Star Wars because
Yeah.
they have all these other projects that
Because it's
like
a checklist.
it's a checklist, and that's what's happened with this game is that
it's their next
they've
moneymaker.
right.
So I understand that aspect of the business, but
Well, and for
Row
Keep-
Baldur's
this game is
Gate.
how many years old? So
This game is
for
almost
people
2 years
watching
old.
who haven't heard us talk about this before, we don't have to unpackage it completely, but I'll just mention it for context. Steven and I played Guild Wars 1 out the yin yang until
Oh,
Guild
yeah.
Wars 2 came out, actually.
Mhm.
Like, till the day of. Great franchise.
yeah,
And
Steven and I have played Guild Wars 2 as well. So
Love
we
it.
played
Love
Guild
it.
Wars 1, and there was a PvP mode in that game. I wasn't aware of it until we were years into the game. I wasn't aware that it existed. But there was a PvP mode, and you had to play it to get certain gear sets and gear types and that kind of stuff.
And
But
it was
everything from your build, to your armor, to your weapons, to your skills, the skill description, the skill cooldown, it was all different.
they existed completely
that's
separate.
phenomenal.
You could even
would-
make a character that existed solely on the
That
PvP
was
realm.
solely PvP, because you didn't have to go unlock anything, they just gave it to you. They
Right.
gave you every piece of armor, every armor
See,
set.
I would much rather see that than
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like my favorite example,
But
and
it takes away the grind in here, so...
Courtney,
It takes away the grind for the PvP crowd, which they complain about it anyway.
Right.
Courtney,
And for
the
us, the grind is part of it.
Baldur's Gate is still around. They just came out with a very well-received Baldur's Gate game that is in early access currently on PC. It's done by Larian, the people that did Divinity: Original Sin, which is a very good thing because they're a great company.
He's good.
Yeah, but yeah, so
you would load into a loading screen to enter the PvP game mode, and it would take a minute because you're going into a different instance. But once you load it in, you were in a lobby, and you would edit your loadout, change your character, do whatever you wanted to, but you had full access to everything. And all the numbers were completely different because it would call it, I'm trying to think, Flame Turret PvP was the name of the skill.
yeah. So for example, my go-to, because this is the best example of how different the skills could be, the Ritualist was a class that one of our friends played, and the Ritualist's whole thing, or the Dirt. Well, Ritualist is the one I remember specifically. The Ritualist is a class that, if my playstyle was the way it is now, back then, I totally would have made a great Ritualist.
True.
But they summon spirits that are stationary, but the spirits can act as turrets or banners. And so there is a skill that's called, like, Signet of the Ritualist or something like that. I don't remember what it was called. But in PvE, it summons 3 different spirits that act as turrets, which is a big deal because normally the skills only would summon 1 spirit, but that one summons 3. In PvP, it doesn't summon a single spirit. It, like, buffs or something like that. It's a completely different skill.
Oh, wow.
Because...
Or it would summon one with a greater cooldown with a shorter durability. Like, it's made for PvP.
Yeah, written completely different than the PvE version.
And even in the name of the skills and the weapons, everything in that mode had PvP in parentheses after it. So you would have, like, Crusader's Longsword PvP, which had different attack stats or different unique intrinsics or something of that nature. And it
I like
didn't,
that unspoken pincer, Steven. That was nice.
And it didn't undo or even mess with your...
Oh, yeah, thank you. Nice.
your PvE exploratory build.
So long.
I did not process your words.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. And it didn't bother me and Steven at all because we would play it to get the gear that we needed. Because if you won enough matches, you'd get a loot box or something and get some cool stuff that you can't get anywhere else. But as people whined and complained on forums about, oh, this is broken, or people use this too much, they would tweak it, but it only tweaked the PvP version of it.
Yep. Then you have a game like Destiny come along, or Guild Wars 2. Actually, it was Guild Wars 2 that did it first. Guild Wars 2, from my experience, Guild Wars 2 was the one that opened up the can of worms that was never closed. Because it basically said, hey, PvP and PvE are now completely seamless.
Because it made the Char good guys.
It made the Char good guys. Don't get me started on that.
I'm a Char.
I know you are.
It gave Ritlock the sword of Ascalon, the city that they burned.
But it basically made it to where...
Okay.
For the sake of...
unhappy now, Steven.
I know. For the sake... For the sake of simplicity, I mean, you'd have PTSD too if you lived through the series.
I can hear the Vietnam helicopters coming.
But it took the concept of PvE and PvP, and it made it to where, for the sake of simplicity for the player, you didn't have to worry about building for 2 separate things. You could just take your character from one end to the other one, because that's way easier. But no one at some point, I guess, asked the question, but wait, what happens when this doesn't work at all and both experiences are broken?
And we're still talking about a game that PvE and PvP are different instances.
Yeah.
We're not talking about an open world concept where both are run at the exact same time.
Yeah, you have to step into PvP.
Yes, you had to intentionally queue for it.
Yeah,
outside
but
of
but the
world.
rules were the same. in
Yes.
PvE as they were in PvP, and that was the problem. And it really sucks because around the time I like really got into gaming was when I played Guild Wars 1. That was my first MMO if you don't count RuneScape. I don't count RuneScape. But
Nobody does.
Shade Wars.
don't even.
The Shade
But
Wars, Steven.
stop it. I don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about PTSD. But yeah, me PTSD. But it really sucks because I got serious into gaming around the time I played Guild Wars 1. And so this concept that they did, which was the separation of PvP and PvE, because I've never been big into PvP, was great. And I was like, wow, that's really cool that games do that. But they stopped because of Guild Wars 2.
It's so simple, and I know it's more on the developer. I get that, but it's so simple to cater to both of your player bases because you really are split down the middle like that. And there's a couple people that I fall into kind of the halfway category. I like the Dark Zone, but do I want to take all this stuff in there? No.
Yeah, I love the Dark Zone, but I want to feel like every single situation needs to be treated with care, but also every single situation, if I play my cards right, I can get out of it. But in the Dark Zone now,
when one person is 1v3ing people,
there's a
because
problem
of the set that they're running.
Yeah,
there's an issue.
when they are running in the open, meleeing other players to death, still getting hit by bullets, but just resisting everything, there's a problem. But if they're 1v3ing by outplaying them, that's different.
That's
like if they're
story.
Yeah, if they're outsmarting them, that needs to be possible, but it's just not right now.
Well, then you have that one guy that's 1v3ing because of the set he's wearing, but then you wear that exact same set, running that exact same build, doing a raid, and just get shit on.
Right.
And like apples and oranges. But they're gonna make changes and hot fixes because
based
of
on
that one guy that ruined everybody's day.
Right.
The Future Initiative got broken to where it doesn't affect skills. You remember I had my my drone build that I was so proud of that was able to
that thing was beautiful.
It was so good.
God.
Because it works very symbiotically between the drone and the character. And it was able to self-sustain pretty well. It wasn't invulnerable. It had plenty of things that could counter it, but it was a very
effective. OP.
It was not OP.
Well-built. It was a good build.
And it used a mechanic that a set had in an out-of-the-box thinking way, which is what I love to do in this game. I mean, that's why I made Rigor into a CC build. But
that's your bread and butter.
That's what I do. And so it got broken because people were doing insane burst healing.
That's your Marmite and Toast. How about that? Because it's out of the box.
That's funny.
Out of the box.
But people were doing way too much burst healing with the Hive and with the turrets. But the funny thing is, it wasn't OP burst healing. It was just an insane amount of healing for a specific instance, but then it was out of commission for a while. So it wasn't even overpowered what they were doing, but because of the headline, like, God tier heals, this is the number of heals that I got, it got noticed.
Did we just circle back entirely to a conversation that was like half an hour ago?
Yeah, we've circled back to conversations multiple times in this.
Well, because this, and it just goes to show all of this is like
later, Ethan.
It's all relevant.
You can't talk
It's
about
all relevant
one
and relative.
fix one without fixing it all.
Right.
But you can fix all of it by fixing one piece.
Well, I do not envy devs because this is the line that they walk. Mm-hmm. They're trying to please 1,000 different play styles. I completely agree, McCoy. Like 1,000% completely agree. It should be separate.
Yeah.
But
it's not.
And that would make it
kind of fix for a dev takes.
Oh yeah,
a large amount of time.
And that's something that Destiny does have in its corner. That's something that Destiny does have in its corner. One of the reasons that Destiny still does so well is because Bungie has nothing else. They have Destiny, and that is it. Massive has two very big games that are a very large,
Two big
renowned,
franchises.
two big franchises that they cannot afford to screw up. And so they move their best people from this game, and so it doesn't get the love that it needs. So games like this need to not be from a big third party. They need to be from a developer that does not answer to a larger developer or a larger publisher. And that's like very wishful thinking because, you know, for a while Destiny answered to Activision, or Bungie answered to Activision, which arguably the game was better when they answered to Activision. But a lot of people would disagree with me. We won't get into that. So the problem is that for these games to get the love that they need this game to succeed. But the fact is, they don't need Division 2 to succeed in year 3 because it's already made the money it's going to make. Sure, they can make another expansion, but do they really want to invest the time in that when they could just make another game and sell for $60 instead of $30?
Do they really want to invest when they killed Aaron Keener?
Yeah.
Just say it like it is.
Yeah. I mean, they've definitely got more story to tell here. I just don't know what they'll do.
They're going to bring in the Russians, and they're going to bring in a Russian commander.
Sam Fisher's going to show up. Hey guys, I'm still not in my own game. It was me all along.
They're going to bring out Sam Fisher, but before you can talk to Sam Fisher, you have to kill his 6 lieutenants. And
They'll
kill
do
his
yet
6
another
lieutenants,
Rainbow Six
you have
Siege
to
crossover.
To kill his 6 lieutenants, you have to do all these different world events around the map.
You have to do
Like,
DARPA 4 times to kill.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Jesus Christ, kill me now.
And then the actual Sam Fisher mission is in DARPA.
In DARPA.
DARPA, yeah. You have to play halfway through, then beat a boss, and then play the rest. No checkpoint.
You get to the end.
No checkpoint.
You get to the end, and Sam says, "Sorry, Agent, your princess is in another castle." And you have to go back and do it again.
Just auto starts you back from the beginning.
You didn't jump up and grab the flag.
Yep.
Just Aaron Keener calls you on his watch. Congratulations. It was me the whole time.
Sam Fisher is Aaron Keener. Confirmed.
Oh shit. Figured it out, man. Cracked the code.
Give me a good anarchist, damn it.
Oh, they still spawning.
Yeah, this guy kind of punched me in the face when I was looking at my new backpack. Didn't appreciate that.
You got a veteran engineer on the field.
Used to have a veteran engineer.
They have a veteran pile of ash on the field.
I did set him on fire. Oh shit. I don't know. I don't know. All this conversation.
Our viewers have been kind of they've been kind of fluctuating. Ethan had to go. I think Vortex left. I don't know if Courtney's still here or not.
Well, all of this is kind of culminated. Even if there's nobody here, I'm going to keep talking because I'm
go for
it. All of this kind of culminates into: do you guys think there should be or will be a Division 3?
I think there should be a Division 3, and I know the exact thing.
Just continue?
They need to make a Division 3 because they really need to. They need to make some fundamental changes to the game itself for it to succeed.
Okay.
And that's something that they can't really effectively do with an expansion. And if they're going to,
He's right. There's more story to tell.
There's more story to tell, and it seems like we're ramping up to finally realizing who's been pulling the strings or what this has all been about. And it feels like Division 2 is the second act, Division 1 was the first act, and we need a Division 3 to be the third and final act.
My biggest thing is we have conquered 2 large cities in the United States. That's it.
Yep.
What's been going on with the rest of the world?
Yep.
In Division 3, I would love to see some sort of international travel.
Yeah, I agree.
Or even some sort of dialogue that leads to international travel.
I have some dialogue Steven and I talked about it probably a couple weeks ago. I picked up on some stuff from Viper, and then Steven and I kind of unpackaged it a little bit. When Viper starts talking to Faye, she's like, "Oh, your division," and she's like, "Well, I haven't been activated yet. They're saving some of us for the big finale."
Yeah.
And then a YouTube guy who's just done a lot of Tom Clancy coverage, all the different Tom Clancy games and stuff. He said a common theme across all Tom Clancy titles, books, games, except for The Division, has been the Russians. But then you find out about in this last manhunt that I didn't do, Steven was telling me that you get to find out a little bit more about the woman that's talking to...
Schaefer is working for a woman named Natalia Sokolovia. And you find out that a hunter was answering to Schaefer. There was a hunter tailing and potentially killing...
Every time you would do one of the lieutenants...
Yeah.
This random hunter would show up that had no affiliation to the other hunters.
Right. And you find out that hunter...
to this Russian woman who was ordering Schaefer around.
Yeah, and you find out that her name, Natalia Sokolovia, she is
her brother is...
the guy we're hunting right now, actually.
Yes.
And they belong to the Sokolov family, as in the Sokolov Concern brand set. And it sounds like Natalia is pulling the strings of BTSU. She is the one behind it.
She could be behind BTSU. She could be behind the Hunters in general. She could be behind Black Tusk. There's all kinds of stuff.
We know that she's behind Black Tusk.
So,
Kestrel confirms it.
So all of that to say, they could do a third game, and it could be international. It could have international...
Surprise! It's Metro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Artyom! Yeah, well, the Brit vodka!
We go to kill the Division. They are in Ohio.
That's how we do it, bro! I love that game. I love all of those games. They're fantastic, but my god, get better voice acting, please.
Get more than 2 people. That's all
Yes.
I care. That's all I care.
That door didn't open and people ran through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think what they need to do with Division 3, and I've said this to both of you privately, I think, but I'm just going to say this so that it's actually documented.
Yep.
I think that this game needs to end with this season, or maybe one more season, to where
it needs to be one more season.
When we hunt down Faye,
it needs to be one more season. They haven't set anything up this season to kill the president.
Right. Well, when we hunt Faye, it needs to result in her killing the president, and she is marked as a division agent. So either her publicly killing the president, or us getting framed for killing the president because
or Natalia.
Basically, it's going to come out once we kill Faye. This is what I think is going to happen, where the division takes the fall for the president's death, because that's going to happen probably in the mission where we take on Faye. When that happens, the BTSU is going to make that public knowledge, and basically they're going to show that the division has been in
Blackball
utter.
the division.
They're going to blackball the division. The division's going to take the fall for the death of the president. BTSU, since they have used the division this whole time to do the heavy lifting, it just got a little bit out of hand because of us, the player. They've been waiting for a way to take us down, and for them, the way they take us down is they turn the people against us, because ultimately that's all we have at this point. If we lose the president, which we technically already did because he's a traitor and we know it, but we only answer to the president. So if we kill the one person that we answer to, then the public completely turns. And so this game needs to end either in one more season or whatever with this happening and the division losing. We need to lose. BTSU and the Sokolov family, whatever, they need to take over as basically the ones in charge of the nation. They need to fill in for the division, because it does feel like often that the division was designed at the same time that the BTSU was. That the division was designed to take the fall, BTSU was the true plan. So then, when Division 3 happens, it can take place however many years in the future, to where it's postmodern,
10.
but society... What?
10 years in the future.
10 years in the future, sure. To where
Kamala
society...
Khan finds a
Stop.
thumbstick with some video footage that we didn't actually kill the president. The division reassembles.
Stop. You're getting your wires crossed. Hey, Vortex. But 10 years in the future...
Bathroom break. Don't do anything.
Yep. 10 years in the future, where Black Tusk has created a new world order. Society is no longer collapsed. That way we can finally move on from the green poison concept, which always felt like more of a vehicle rather than the whole story anyway. And also it's kind of taboo now, since we've kind of lived to green poison.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah. But, so we can move on from that, and the new story becomes that there's a new world order that's been created, and it's tyranny.
It's not in the best interest.
It's not in the best interest of the people. It does not line up with the American vision or with just the vision of civility. And so we would play as just a survivor in this world, and it would take place in Boston. We would in Boston, because of the themes of revolution. We would take.
I swear to God, if there's not a tea party, I'd return the game.
Yeah, immediately. Like, I thought this game would have way more tea parties than it did. 0 out of 10. Just about shooting people. Who wants that?
Yeah.
But so it would take place in Boston. We would play as a survivor in this world that is not okay with the state of things, and we would find a watch. This watch would contain not Isaac, but an AI named Anna, which is the name of the rogue agent AI. Because even though the rogue AI was created, like the whole rogue network was created by Keener to be his legacy, the tide turned to where Isaac is compromised. He's always been compromised. We know this. Something's up with him. Can you see Kestrel? Do you know where he is? Because I'm not seeing him. I think I've already killed Kestrel, so if you see him on the map, go ahead.
I do not see.
What do you need to do to get him on the manhunt?
To mark him.
Okay. Go to the manhunt page and see if you can... Yeah, I've killed Kestrel. Okay, leave party.
Does it have yours like just completely marked out?
Yeah, he's X'd out. Leave the party and go to your session, and we'll join your session.
Okay.
But so the rogue network was made to be Keener's legacy and to allow agents to act autonomously outside of the corruption that is.
McCoy, do you have everything to kill Kestrel?
He's getting water.
Okay. I didn't hear him say it. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Because I was going to say it may be smarter to join him because his internet connection is going to be more stable than mine.
We would still load in your session, so it shouldn't kick anybody.
I don't want to be kicked.
Yeah.
But continue.
Hey, Ernesto, thanks for joining us again. But the Rogue Network was initially created so that division agents wouldn't have to take the fall they were clearly being set up for because the division was used. And so during this shift in the world, the Rogue Network ends up being the Resistance Network. That way, like in Division 3, we wouldn't have Isaac, we'd have Anna, which is the Rogue Network initially, but it's actually the good guys now. That way, Keener's death, like his legacy, actually plays a role in the story that is more than just here's your extra year of content. It's that Keener, unintentionally or not, gave the world a fighting chance against Black Tusk in the New World. So his death actually means something. And so we would basically play the role of an agent in the new division, taking the fight to Black Tusk, and there'd be other factions, obviously. But since society would have been rebuilt, you could do that international stuff to see how the world was affected by green poison. Because, the world's working again. It's not in constant chaos. And you could be working actively to counteract Black Tusk, because maybe their roots have dug in beyond our nation's borders. And this works for a lot of reasons. As a natural point for Division 3, because a lot of people were bummed when Division 2 you weren't playing as your same agent. You're just playing as some other guy. And just like with Destiny 2, join Jeremy's fire team. In Destiny 2, people were bummed that you didn't get to transfer over all of your loot, and the reason that they used was, well, the tower blew up, the vault blew up, so all of your stuff's gone. And people got over that eventually. But in Division 3, if you start the game as a literal nobody who has to learn salvage whatever, all this tech, learn all these skills, that is the perfect natural starting point for...
It makes more sense than being a hardened agent that's just like, oh, you've been activated again.
Yeah,
there's a
exactly.
new wave.
Exactly. And this gives them the chance to take this idea of the division... to where it's fighting for the people, saving what was lost, and applying that
fulfilling what you were formed for.
Yeah, fulfilling what the division was supposed to be formed for in an environment to where, sure, the first two games were about setting up like the outcome that we would lead to in the third, but you'd be able to use the third game to finally do all of this stuff right in a concept that fits more. Because to me, the division has never been about green poison. Green poison was just the first bullet that was fired, like the first gunshot in this whole thing. It's never been the point. The point has been what happens when society falls, or a power vacuum is created, and there's no one left to fight for the little guy. That's the whole point.
They pull out their hunting bows and they kill the White Wizard.
Oh god.
And then a hobbit named Manny comes up and says, "Oh, hey there, Frodo. Pilot Torres is cleared for transport to Kenley College."
Kill it with fire. It must be destroyed in the liquid magma of Mordor.
Now, he's a hobbit, all right, but he like straight up talks like Manny.
No, that's just a hobo and a rabbit. They're making a hobbit.
What is that from?
I love Futurama.
Okay, yeah.
I just watched the movies the other night.
I loved those.
No, Bender's game was very D&D and Lord of the Rings.
Is that the staghorn? Yes, that is the staghorn.
I've never seen the staghorn at this price. You guys we're gonna have to set a timer on this one here.
I love that one.
And what does it? It's the Dodeck.
Unbelievable.
It just just for stabbing and mutilating your friends. Oh man, good times.
So
but
good.
with enough brilliant minds, and I don't say that sarcastically at all. With enough brilliant minds, can they see that kind of potential? There is such a thing as being so smart that you overlook it.
Well, they're also the main issue is sellability or marketability, I should say. Oh shit.
All they gotta do is pump out a really good trailer in a world.
Yes, agree.
We
I'm sorry,
must
I'm
fight to
fighting
survive.
like 4 people right now, so I'm like, fuck. Alright, I have a second.
He sold
Marketability.
tortillas on the corner.
So,
Yes, Vortex, it does.
I
I don't care who this guy is, but I want him in his tortillas. Dead. Stop. Yes, Vortex, the side switching for this gun specifically does do something different. You'll notice that when I fire from this side, I put a red mark, and when I fire from this side, I put a blue mark. Firing from the opposite side detonates those marks, and the red marks deal more damage. The blue marks give me bonus armor. And that sounds very big brain, but this is probably the most complicated gun in the game. And it's very hard to get. It's fair. I put in the work.
It's not fair. Well, some of us don't have raid friends. Some of us bought this game on a platform that they already had it on a different platform.
Oh,
and
shut
invested
up.
in it to do raid content, and then the group that was going to do raid content
We
got
tried.
pissed off and never did raid content again.
We tried. I continued to try. But
everybody else just likes Siege more because it's sucks your dick.
Does it really? I need to try this game.
yeah, that's the new operator.
Slaps on the nub like one on the cob.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of games like that, personally.
Siege was fun for a little while, but
that's the thing. It's one of those games that you can enjoy for a little bit. If you like it, you like it. Hell yeah.
Siege.
I shouldn't talk shit.
If you're any good at it, first off, you have to have
I've had a little
level.
now, so
you have to have some level of natural affinity to it.
Yeah.
Because if you struggle to learn it and struggle to play it, then you're going to struggle no matter the circumstances. But if
it's
you have
just
a
one of
little
those
bit of
games that I've never had an interest in even trying.
sure,
So
you
it's
have
like
a little bit of natural affinity to it, and you have a group that is a constant group for you. Like on Xbox, I've got some high school guys that we have a full group that can play in a lobby, so we can dick off and have fun, or we can like try hard.
And see, that completely understandable, 1000%.
But if you're just like pugging every match,
I think it's over here.
Yeah, I have a drop over here.
Yeah, I found a door.
Okay.
Found a car.
Cool. I went and picked something up.
No, I didn't want us to keep running that way.
Found a tree.
But
Are we naming things? I love lamp.
I don't think
I'm following
that
Jeremy, and it seems like I found a door.
I don't think that they have the I don't think that they'll be able to see the benefit in doing something like that, because I don't think Massive, like honestly, I don't want Massive to get Division 3. Like the ideal scenario would be a different team to get Division 3, like maybe give it to Red Storm or something. I don't know. But I don't know if Red Storm develops full games anymore. But they need to, for it to succeed, they need to have somebody on board who actually cares about the Division story.
Yeah, that's a question.
Well, the biggest issue is, Steven, you're big brain, and they're always going to try to please the masses over the people that are like,
Yep.
oh, the Division story is actually like fucking interesting. Like, I love all this lore. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the modern market's going to be Russians, Americans. We can sell that in PvP.
Yep. 1,000,000,000%.
Hashtag war
that's
zone.
like nail on the head, McCoy. It's literally like, and that's unfortunate because there's.
I just
We
ate a
treat this like
grenade.
Call of Duty Cold War,
There's
then
so
we can
much
sell this for
opportunity.
PvP.
Oh wow.
What?
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. That dude just shit on me.
What? That shouldn't have happened.
McCoy, stay alive. We're both dead.
Right? I'm not Austin. 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 Am better.
It's like,
Must prove my value.
I'm not gonna jinx you by being like, "Oh, you're a good player."
You suck, McCoy. You're doing a terrible job.
That was the funniest shit. It was literally like
Duchess!
0.25 seconds. Duchess! It's like 0.25 seconds. I was like, "Nah, man, you're doing no, you're not. You suck."
I would take a few steps backwards.
Oh, you don't, Austin. You're an awesome player. Your headshot builds. No, it's actually pretty decent. There's a couple of things that I tell him to change. He doesn't need to
No,
run all
I
five
told
pieces.
Steven that I would take a few steps backwards.
Yep.
He spawned in the hallway.
Yeah,
We're all
seriously,
again.
what is going on with this guy? He is doing way too much damage.
He's a hunter in disguise.
He just pulls off the mask. His bar goes fully in.
He pulls off the mask and he's got the mask underneath.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man, if only.
Alright, I spawned it. What the fuck? Oh, cool. I did fast
I
travel.
see you finally met my legacy. We are all Aaron Keener.
What if this whole time he had cloned himself? But like,
Division
because
3 is just like
it's just a bunch of Keeners working against each other because it's like the Council of Ricks from Rick and Morty. Like only
It's like 15 of them with a different haircut.
and they're all trying to like sabotage the other because Aaron Keener can't be part of a bigger picture.
No,
And so you have a conversation with all these different Keeners that's like, "Oh, Agent, here's what I'm gonna do," and then you leave. And it's like, "Oh, hey, Agent, I hear you talking to Keener 12. Well, I'm Keener 15, and I've got the real, I've got the real plan."
I'm Keener 6.
The one, yeah.
I wasn't in the cloning machine long enough.
Yeah, you gotta have that one that's just like, dude, I don't care.
One of them's just a teenager, and he's just trying to like.
I'm Keener 420, and I don't give two fucks, bro.
One of them's like a 12-year-old boy, and he's just trying to like see naked girls the whole time.
Have you seen a boob?
Do you know where I can find boob?
Bitch. Oh, science of boob.
Science of boob.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Who's that one that like your character finally has dialogue in a cutscene and he's just like, "Your mom."
Dude, the neighbors in the hotel here are probably like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy just laughing at like 11:25?" Oh no, it's only 9:17 here. Never mind.
See, that's the part of the stream. That's the part of the stream that they're gonna hear.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hear the good ideas.
Yeah, Yannick's gonna pop in. He's gonna be like, "Okay, what's everyone talking about?" And he's just gonna hear "science of boob." And he's like, "Okay, very funny, guys."
A 31-year-old dude going, "Bitch."
Okay, we need you to do that like 5 more times so we can get a good audio log.
Hell yeah.
That moment you get paid gajillions as a voice actor just to.
It's Patrick Stewart getting cast as the poop emoji all over again.
Patrick Stewart's the one saying "bitch."
Can you imagine? That's one of the things I love about watching American Dad. Patrick Stewart's a main character, and
Yeah.
and they get him to say
And
so
Adam
many.
West.
Is he an American Dad?
The wild
he's-
shit that Family Guy.
Yes, but yes, he was my favorite. Well, like one of my favorite
Wild shit
characters.
that he went through in Family Guy, like when him and Meg got together.
Yes.
I was just like, what the fuck?
My favorite Adam West quote.
I always picture him in the booth, like in the recording booth, just like saying the lines.
Cool, we're going up here. Yeah.
Backwards.
My favorite Adam West quote probably is when Brian takes him hostage, and he's like, "Be careful, Mister Hostage Taker. I've got a shield the exact size of a bullet somewhere on my body. If you hit it, your attack will be thwarted. You'll be the laughing stock of me."
God rest in peace.
Yeah. He was great on that show.
Having taken a hostage negotiation class, that's not how that happens.
Really? Wow.
Hate to bust everybody's bubble.
And then later he's like, "Careful, I can be very crafty. What's that over there?" And he turns and then he like hops 2 feet to the left and he goes, "Ha ha! Now I'm over here."
Yes, this is a weird time of the stream where we're just like randomly talking about shit that comes up.
Yep.
But still enjoyable. I'm not downing in the least.
You want to talk about shit that comes up?
Hey-o.
Sit on Papa's lap.
Hey-o.
Alright, that's gonna do it for the stream, everybody. That's the...
So this has been Chortle Games, McCoy.
This is Chortle Games After Dark.
So my shield is not going to last much longer if I don't kill this mini tank.
Got you, fam.
Thanks,
Ow.
dog.
Well, that's one death by 360. Oh.
I remember when we first saw that and we were like, wait, is that like 360 no scope? Like, wait.
That's so dumb. That's so freaking dumb. Oh, Kestrel's here.
God.
Kestrel's here.
Oh shit, I threw my...
I want to hear his dialogue once we get done with the fight.
It should happen.
And do you
Well,
want this hyena box?
Sure.
We'll do it after.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all want it or not. Can I get over there?
Oh god, he's still glitched. So Kestrel is perpetually stuck in the walking animation.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This is my final form.
He's always like walking in slow clap towards you.
Alright, got the shield down.
Can we get over there?
Yeah, we have to go down to the left.
Because I'd really just like to go punch him in the face.
Go. We got you covered.
Where's the butt?
Wow, he sounds absolutely nothing like what he actually sounds like in the audio logs.
So where's the up button? Is there like a staircase in here?
Bro, come back upstairs.
You climb down
You
here.
drop down over here. Yeah, it's right up next to where we were.
Oh, is it like a bridge?
Yeah. There's a bridge around. Steven, he's pushing you.
Yep,
Like,
got it.
He's slowly walking towards you menacingly. Oh, I wish I was streaming from my angle. That was hilarious.
What are you doing, brother?
Jeremy, pull together.
His head's on backwards.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm
He's
saving this
spinning.
video, not
Look
one
out,
of
he's
it.
spinning.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
Oh my
Or
god.
is it good? I don't know.
Polished
Oh, he's
game.
moonwalking.
Polished game.
Oh god. Oh, I'm crying so hard right now. Oh god.
That was so freaking funny. Oh my gosh.
Steven, when you were standing over there, he literally like started walking slowly towards you and then started teleporting. But it was still like his slow walk animation.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so good.
So this NPC, Courtney, he was released 2 weeks ago, and they still haven't fixed him. But they don't fix anything in this game. They're probably working on new content, or they've officially given up now that Massive got the Star Wars contract.
Does anybody need a forge?
I dropped that for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I've never heard Jeremy laugh that hard. That is actually the hardest I've ever heard Jeremy laugh.
Dude, I need to send you the video.
Please do. He's still broken, Courtney, because they just probably don't care. Which is really sad because the gameplay foundation and just the overall concepts for this game are so solid. But they don't care.
It's still one of as broken as it is sometimes, it's still one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Gameplay foundation.
And I won't say to play solo because I honestly don't play it very much, but to play with you guys, it's fucking 10
It's a completely different experience playing it solo. Solo is kind of boring, but playing with friends, even just one other person, it's some of the most fun I've ever had playing games. Definitely some of my fondest memories.
Effect.
It's the Fear 3 principle, dick. if you're gonna quote my work, get it right.
It's the Fear 3 principle.
We've had this discussion a lot.
It was just so aggressive for no reason.
Because I was mocking him because
He
we've
was
had
mocking
this
me.
discussion a lot.
Oh, now
I
now it's
openly
on.
mock thee.
Oh fuck, dude.
I didn't get nothing out of that box.
That was so funny.
I think we
Pop
have
the
to. I think we have to end the stream. I think we're all spent. I don't think we can go further than that.
No, I think that's a good stopping point. I mean, we beat an entire agent, so.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed this.
Does that not count?
You haven't unlocked Kestrel yet, have you?
But
What are you missing?
none of what we've been doing has counted.
We've been doing stuff for non-Kestrel related. We've been doing stuff for other targets. Jeremy, Austin, and I have been working on.
I had Kestrel. I had Kestrel. So
Okay.
If you don't, we can go back and do that stuff. That's no issue.
Yeah,
No.
Jeremy literally just had to do Grand Washington, and then the Kestrel fight was all he had.
Okay.
I had Grand Washington left, and then I could fight Kestrel right away. So.
I was like, I didn't get my log didn't pop up saying that we killed one of the people. That's why I was like, I want to hear the dialogue, and then I didn't get any dialogue. I was like, what the heck?
The dialogue is pretty good. It's Kestrel talking to Kelso, and he says, my sister's in charge of this whole operation, being Black Tusk, and you get some.
Okay, then I've already heard all that.
Yeah. Well, Courtney, you should probably go get some sleep. We're probably going to do the same.
Courtney, I hope you're still doing good with quitting the cigarettes.
Yeah. We're rooting for you. And
I know how tough it is. I used to smoke Black and Milds every day in college. It was bad. Like a pack. It was rough.
Dang.
Yeah.
Unfiltered.
That was a stressful time, though.
3 at a time.
Yeah. Wine wood tip.
Wine wood tip. A man of class.
Oh yeah.
A man of culture.
It was something. I don't know if it was culture, but.
I like it.
Well, I really enjoyed streaming this. I would love to maybe do this a few more times, during seasons, so we could take out targets each time or something. Because I don't know.
I'm so down. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I know this was kind of out there. We talked about a lot of stuff. Did a lot of stuff.
We talked about a shitload of stuff.
We did.
So.
It was a good time. It was a very good time.
Yeah. Always enjoyable with you fellas.
Yeah,
appreciate
definitely. So we will be back. I believe we've got a podcast on Monday, so look forward to that. I'm not sure what else is going on next week. Hitman just came out, so Jake's been playing that. But we've got a couple of those streams on the channel.
We can always play Ghost.
Courtney says, I'm doing terrible, but I haven't smoked
I
since this
love to-
afternoon. I used to smoke 2 packs a day.
Well, proud you haven't
She
done
said
this.
she feels terrible, doing well.
Good. I'm glad to hear.
That part
It's
will
a
clean up
difficult thing, but-
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, a week from now you're gonna feel like $1 million. So
Yeah, we're rooting
You're
for you.
gonna taste food that you never tasted before.
yeah.
Oh, what was that? I got a notification. Oh, it's the raid group. They're probably making a raid. I'm not going. But yeah, we will be back next week with more content. Hope to see you guys there. Let us know if you want to see more from Division. Jake, I'm pretty sure, says, Steven, remember that time we argued about a shark with legs? Yeah? Why? Did you see a shark with legs?
That's called a lizard.
Okay.
It's called a dragon.
No.
It's a joke, Steven. Jesus.
I know. Well, I have to wait for Jake to respond now.
What'd you say, McCoy?
Do you remember that thing that you recommended earlier?
Which one?
Well, I just heard the news today.
I'm gonna mute him.
Right arms wide open under the sunrise. Welcome to this place.
Thanks for watching.
Everything.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
With arms wide open.
Bye.
Oh, that was good.